It's about time you got your ass back here to Porchville, Matt.
It's been too long.
It's been 3 fucking weeks.
Yes, sir.
Welcome home, man.
Hell yeah.
PorchvillePod.com, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. That's Joe you hear laughing in the distance. Joe, how you doing? Welcome back.
Good, man. Good to be here.
Hell yeah.
Good to be here.
It's going to be a fun-filled, spooky evening here.
Got a full moon, full beer.
We got a full table here, too. We got Cass and Carl.
What's up?
Twisted Dragon Forge episode. Which episode was that? It was like
Shit.
40 or something?
40,
It was a while ago.
Yeah, it was 40.
Welcome back, guys.
Thank you for having us.
Spending Halloween back here in Porchville, man. It's Halloween Eve. Is that what's the
All Hallows Eve.
All Hallows Eve? See, where I come from, up there in Michigan, we used to call it Devil's Night because the good folks of Detroit and Flint, when I was growing up, would just set the goddamn city on fire. There was like hundreds of arsons
Kinda like
every
now.
night. Yeah, well, there's not much left to burn down. It's all pretty much it's all pretty much been torn down. What's left of it, you can buy like a 5-bedroom, 3,000 square foot home for like $20.
That's probably collapsing on itself.
Some of them are still in okay shape. Some of them, not many, but some of them.
Let's move. Let's go.
So that was the thing up there at Devil's Night. I didn't know that it was actually just a thing from that area. I thought everybody called it Devil's Night, but
Negatory.
apparently not.
Never heard of it till like 2 days ago.
Yeah. I hear they call it like Mischief Night in other places.
Yeah.
Nothing like that. Like,
I've heard it.
Well-
Mischief Night.
yeah.
Well, like growing up in New York and Miami, like it's
Nothing.
just another day before
Yeah.
Halloween.
That shit's called surviving.
It's another day before Halloween. Like if you want to do something now. But like you're good.
Yeah. What was your go-to costume when you were a child? What was your favorite?
Hands down, Batman.
Batman?
Batman.
Yeah.
All the way. I remember there was one year, like especially when I was like 7. My mom
Pull that up just a little closer.
Oh, I'm
too.
sorry. My mom like literally put me in a trash bag, put a cape, put the hood over me, so you're Batman, and stuck a yellow bat symbol on my chest.
Whatever works.
And I'm like this, but I'm gonna get this candy one way or another. You're not stopping me for nothing, and it worked out pretty well. Nobody questioned it. I just okay. Why is that? You know what? Here's the Snickers. Here's the Skittles. You have a good night, boy. And I'm like just deuces.
What about you, Carl?
It's so long ago.
I know it's been a while back, but
I would think like Star Wars,
Yeah.
or some kind of vampire werewolf. Well, I think the werewolf thing was
Yeah.
kind of my thing back in the day.
my daughter loves being a werewolf.
Yeah.
She's 2 years running werewolf.
I think next year, I was going to try to do it this year, but I got too busy. I'm going to do the whole animatronic Digi-Still werewolf costume for next year. Yeah, because I want to do it for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to feel tall, man. Fuck.
He wants to feel.
Shit,
he wants to feel a full 5'10" out of 5'6".
Yeah. I want to feel that 5'6.5".
Hey, I'm with you.
I'm just saying, your daughter has it right though. Werewolves are where it's at. Way better than vampires.
I'm with it.
Like people are like, oh,
Yeah, 'cause
vampires.
Vampires have glitter.
First of all, we don't talk about that like at all.
Yeah. Not the
Those-
good ones, man. Not the
like-
good ones.
Like the good vampires burn in the sun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Lost Boys.
Lost Boys?
Lost
Is Lost
Boys.
Boys the best?
It's pretty
Were they
great.
the best,
It's
or
pretty great.
or you guys
It
were
was a-
like
it was-
classic, like
Dude,
Dracula?
I remember. No, shit.
Are we talking Brian Stoker's Dracula? Dracula.
Dude,
Mamma
I
Mia.
saw
Dracula.
when I was a kid. I saw Andy Warhol's Dracula on fucking PBS.
Andy Warhol made a Dracula?
Yeah, it was fucking crazy.
That's a way
dude.
ahead of my time.
Yeah, that when I was a kid, I saw it on some channel, and I think it was a public broadcasting channel, and it was just so vibrant and different colors and
Andy
weird
Warhol.
shit. Yeah.
You know what a
Okay.
good vampire movie is? Is that one that Brad Pitt was in back in the 90s? Interview
With the Vampire.
That was a good movie.
Kirsten
You know-
Dunst
You know
and
what?
Tom
You know
Cruise.
What? You know what? You guys are. I don't know. No, that wasn't a good.
Was it?
It was boring and
I think I
mundane.
saw
and you
it
know what?
one
Because
time.
okay, here's my philosophy. Here's my reasoning why. Because you had Tom Cruise being Tom Cruise pretending to be a vampire. That shit threw me off. Then
I
you
was
have
into it.
then you have Kristen Dunst did a perfect role, and then you have Brad Pitt being Brad Pitt.
Yeah,
I'm a troubled white dude. I'm going to try to do something different.
I have one
And
comment
It
for
only
that.
took me 200 years to do it. Now I'm in the future with a Camaro. Bet.
You know the thing about that one, and I'm not a vampire movie connoisseur by any stretch, but the kid in that movie and the whole concept of I'm a kid and I want to be an adult. Remember all that? I thought that was unique.
yeah, I do remember that.
That part I have no problem with. Fantastic, but
You're saying there wasn't a problem with the storyline. I mean, it was an Anne Rice story. She's like the queen of vampire novels and shit. So
I have
the
my
story
favorite.
was solid.
My favorite vampire,
Shoot,
Blade.
Blade.
Yeah.
I mean, that's that. Yeah, I can see that.
I'm gonna have to agree with you.
I think
on
I'm a
that.
Lost
That's
Boys
badass.
fan.
Lost Boys is good.
I think Lost Boys, as far as vampires,
Well, the
go.
story.
Yeah.
Vampire in Brooklyn,
I'm not seeing that one.
the one with Eddie Murphy.
Anytime you mention an Eddie Murphy vampire movie, I'm gonna say no.
Reasonable. Blackula. Blackula.
Blackula. That was
Yes,
one.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was
That's
hard.
on Amazon right now.
That was hard to pronounce. Blackula. Medea Blackula. That I saw that when I was at least 12, and I was flabbergasted because there was a part 2 of that movie, and I was like this.
Blackula Returns.
This happened, and I'm just gonna pretend it didn't happen. Like Vampire in Brooklyn, because it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I mean, they're trying to have a little fun with the genre, but I think the more I'm thinking about it, the more comfortable I am with the Lost Boys, man. Because that's a classic. It's scary. It's suspenseful.
And the storyline.
It's got everything.
The storyline's good.
It's got It's got the chorus.
All them fucking vampires.
All the goddamn this. Yep. Oh man, that's
Got
classic.
the Frog Brothers.
The Frog Brothers.
Ooh, that was crisp.
Well, what you got there, Joseph?
Well, today we're doing something brand new, and I can't really see it because it's dark out here, but it's orange, and it's got an upside-down devil's head on it.
Wow.
Tangerine Express. I can't see something.
My eyes are not
Wait,
good.
are we doing?
I'm reading the box.
Tangerine Express Hazy IPA.
Yeah.
So
It's not bad. I give it 4 out of 5 stars.
Oh, are we doing that thing where we? Well, this podcast is brought to you by Tito's. Tito's Vodka. If you haven't had Tito's, you haven't had an uncle. So just grab it.
We need sponsors. Is what this podcast needs.
Yeah.
So if anybody out there,
Hold on a second. Did anybody just like kind of think about what he just said? Like, if you haven't had it, you haven't had an uncle.
Tito is Tito's Theo in Spanish is uncle.
Oh, okay.
And then if Uncle Tito from the Jacksons, I don't know if that's the thing.
what about Tito Santana?
Who the hell?
WWE Hall of Famer, half member of Strike Force, tag
I'm
team
glad
champions.
you know that more than I do because
We can dig pretty deep.
into the Tito's. But once again,
into the
Tito's
Tito's
vodka,
or into the wrestling?
It definitely into the wrestling.
Into the wrestling.
well,
I want to go. What's a good werewolf movie?
American Werewolf.
American
Yeah.
Werewolf in
Yeah.
London. I'm gonna throw a curveball.
The greatest transformation scene ever.
That was like one of the 1st.
You're gonna say
it was
Silver
before
Bullet,
its
aren't you?
time. Silver Bullet's pretty badass.
Yeah.
but Underworld.
Yeah.
Gary Busey, man,
Yeah.
it's got Gary fucking Busey.
Look, Underworld is a very underrated vampire
Is it?
werewolf movie.
That and Kate Beckinsale in that movie is.
I've actually
my
never seen it, so I
crazy
can't. I
hot.
can't say it's bad or anything.
It's a good movie for what it is. Anything other than that, like the next 3 or 4, don't worry about it.
They made 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
Underworld.
Rise of the Lycans.
Evolution, blah blah blah. The first one was the best one, hands
Yeah.
down, because they show actual transformations, and it's a decent plot for a decent movie. And here's a twist.
And Kate Beckinsale was fucking hot.
Once again, I have to agree with you on that one. And the leather just jumping down and just,
Well, part 3 they changed the.
we don't talk about those other movies.
He did
part
say
3.
that.
Part 3.
We don't do that because I don't need a how old is she now? 50 something? I don't need a 50-year-old woman running around in leather tights and saying, I'm
That's exactly what I need.
That's-
I don't know what you're talking about.
What are
What
you
the
talking
fuck
about?
do you
Yeah.
mean?
I'm sorry.
I think everybody just agreed with me in unison there. It was crazy.
I would still totally smash it.
I mean, I would too, but like, I don't need another movie of it. Like, if she just shows up to my crib, and I'm like, just okay, let's do this. If you want to,
I'll agree with you on that. Yeah. I mean, if she just walked up and was like, "Hey, you want to smash?" I'm gonna be like, "Yeah,
Do a little hole hopping.
yeah."
I don't need to spend like $12 at the movie theaters to see her do all that stuff. Like, no, just show up. Let's do this.
Fair enough.
I'm a classy guy.
Carl, I know
already like
you're a big fan of Friday the 13th.
Yes.
What is it? What is it about that one, man?
What's
You got a little
about
Jason
Friday the
Jason there in
13th?
front of you.
It's
Is that your favorite?
the campiness of it.
Yeah.
Just the all out, like the beginning story,
Yeah.
you know, part one. And then I'm a big Kane Hodder fan.
I think that's probably one of the most screwed up answers for any trivia question. I think if you want to throw somebody, is you give them the old "Who's the killer in Friday the 13th
Yep.
Part 1?"
Yep.
That's it.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, it was Jason. No, it wasn't. It was his mother.
Just Jason didn't even, the hockey mask didn't even show up until
It was like 3, wasn't it?
yeah,
It was 3.
the end of 2.
Was it the end of 2?
Yeah.
Hey, back to the werewolves real quick. You guys ever
Back to the
see
werewolves.
Ginger Snaps?
Yes.
No.
That's a pretty good one.
Ginger Snaps is good.
Agreed.
Yep.
Funny story about werewolves.
You used to
My
be
my
one.
wife she was not allowed to see The Howling as a child, and to this day will still not watch that fucking movie.
It's on Amazon.
I'm
Oh, I mean, I used to own it. I had it in
I'm-
my possession.
I'm
She
low-key-
refused to watch it.
Low-key, I'm gonna judge. I'm judging. I'm
Swear to
judging.
God, to this day, still won't watch it.
Have you
That's,
guys?
that's the power.
It was
of,
I'm sorry. It was an interesting. Have you guys seen Love, Death, Kill on Netflix?
no.
It is a bunch of random fucked up animated stories. They have a really fun one about werewolves. Actually, it's pretty much like werewolves are introduced into the U.S. Army and they hunt and kill terrorists and Taliban and shit like that.
Sounds pretty great.
It's badass, but they're
Sounds
still
like Project Metal Beast.
but they're still looked down on like, oh, you freaks, like, you know, black people. But I'm just saying, and it's like a 15-minute story, and I mean, it is so badass the way they, you know, do it and everything. I strongly suggest if you like werewolves, watch that particular part. But the whole
Love, Death, Kill, is that what you said?
yes,
I'll check that out.
I watched a movie the other night on Amazon. It was called
Babies Got Back Volume 4.
No, it's called
Come Sluts Night.
Chillerama.
Dude, I was
Chillerama.
watching those.
Dude, y'all need to check out Chillerama. It's funny as hell, and it's like an anthology of, you know, a couple of short movies, but they're like B movie type. And one of them was I was a teenage werebear, and it was about a boy who was he was a high school wrestler, and he was just discovering that he was gay, and he was like trying not to come out, but he couldn't pay attention to his blonde
Did he
hot ass
turn
girlfriend.
into a bear?
No. You know what a bear is?
Yeah, but
in the
you
gay community
oh,
is a hairy,
we're talking about
big
sci-fi.
hairy guy. Okay.
Yeah, you're
So-
a cub.
Well, if he
I
was a
have-
wrestler in high school, he picked the right sport.
Well, they turned into like werebears. So one of the guys who was like, it
I
was
was
kind
a
of like a
wrestler in
musical
high
too.
school.
Carl, I don't think you saw this on Amazon.
Dude, it was hilarious. It was hilarious. You got to watch it. You got to watch it. That's all I got to say. And then
a
the
strong
first
pass.
one,
I mean, I can kind of just, you know, take it from your statement.
Well,
That's, you know, I kind of.
and dude,
I'm not sure I got to seek it out.
they had a part.
Werebear
It was
Row.
you know that guy from Grandma's Boy, the real weird guy.
Nick Shorts?
He's like, how did they even see
The guy
me?
with
The
the
Matrix
guy.
with the hand
Yeah.
in the scary movie.
No.
Remember that guy?
no.
That was
hand.
No.
no, that was Daniel Stern.
No, that's not Daniel Stern.
Yeah, but
No, promise you.
nope. Look it up.
All right,
No,
all right.
So I know who you're talking about. The
Yeah.
guy, like he's like wearing
Yeah.
like the trench
So
coat.
he-
and he's,
yeah.
like, leans
Daniel
up against the
Stern
wall.
is the guy from Home Alone.
Yeah, exactly.
That's Daniel Stern.
Yep.
The guy in Scary Movie with the hand thing is fucking goddamn computer.
That's
hand,
Tyler Perry.
It's my good hand.
It's Tyler Perry.
I can't remember his name. It's like Chris
Solitary beat
something.
Chris Elliott.
Yeah, that
Chris
fucking
Elliott.
guy.
Yeah. They kind of. It's one of those. They kind of look like he was a cabin boy.
I could pick.
But
I could
this
pick
one,
that
he
up.
played that one guy from Grandma's Boy. He played Hitler, and it was called The Diary of Anne Frankenstein.
Wait.
Okay.
Wait, slow down.
Yeah, I
Because,
got lost
you
a
went
while
from
ago.
talking about the bear cub thing, and
we're
then now
still
we're
on the
talking about
gay
Hitler.
wrestlers.
It's an anthology movie. So he built.
Okay.
He found
Fair enough.
and Frank. They were hanging up. They were hiding in the attic, and their great grandfather was Victor von Frankenstein. So he had plans to build a Frankenstein's monster, but it wasn't. And the reason why I know this because it was Kane Hodder who played him, and it wasn't Frankenstein. It was he had the typical like Popeye. He had big Popeye arms, and he was Jewish, and his name was Meshuggah.
That movie sounds horrible.
wait,
Just want you to know. It sounds like dog shit.
The first one, dude, you gotta fucking watch it.
Hey, Carl,
gotta fucking watch it.
Carl, don't you wish we listen to that? We're not gonna watch that. Like, it's not happening,
Dude, watch it. Watch it.
That's not gonna happen. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna take your word for it, though.
I highly recommend it.
I recommend. I respect your recommendation. And I respectfully decline.
This coming from the guy who said Vampire in Brooklyn.
First of all, that is the classic hotel of a European black dude coming in the hood trying to swoop off a black girl. Like, respect.
There's
it.
European black dudes?
Yeah, there's plenty.
I was just kidding. I know.
I mean, okay, yeah.
Just trying to make a joke.
Logically, like,
Nick, what is your favorite horror movie?
Horror, not horror movie.
Hey,
Horror
hey,
movie?
We know what your favorite
You
horror
let
movie
me
is.
do what I do. All right.
You do what you do, Joe.
Hey, you keep doing what
Yeah,
you do,
yeah,
okay?
what you do.
Hey,
I got us figured out over here.
Smell it, keep smelling.
Favorite horror movie.
I know what it is.
I mean, I'm probably
I know
gonna
what it
ride
is.
with Halloween. or
Yeah, I
something,
knew that
you
was
know.
it. Yep. Lauren agrees.
Yeah,
What do you think of the Rob Zombie remakes?
I
Wait,
I
let
liked
him answer
it.
the question.
I
first.
liked it. I liked them just because I liked the.
Yeah,
I like the
I like them too.
grittier version. I like the grittier retelling. You know,
Right.
and I mean that doesn't mean that the original isn't the
Well,
greatest.
It's
but,
strange
you know.
that in 4 and 5, that's when the world was introduced to Daniel.
Day-Lewis.
Daniel Day-Lewis. Shit, I can't even remember her name. She played Jamie Lloyd. The little girl.
Oh,
Jamie,
yeah. She was like related. She was like
Danielle-
a third cousin or some
Yeah.
shit of his.
Yeah, so Michael Myers was her uncle.
Yeah,
But it's funny that in the Rob Zombie remake, she plays the sheriff's daughter.
right.
So
Here's a fun
I'm such a nerd.
thing. The Rob Zombie remakes of any horror movie are all trash.
Really? You don't like him?
Not one.
Blasphemy.
I respect the fact that he took on the projects and tried to do something a little bit more gorier for the age. But like for a retelling or a different story about it,
No.
I was not impressed.
No?
Not impressed. Like all his other standalone horror movies, I fucking love them.
See, I've never seen those.
Yeah, House of
They're
a
not
Thousand
too bad.
Corpses is actually my favorite horror.
I've never seen it.
It's really good. It's one of the
it's
one of
so
the
good.
It's
really
visceral.
good. But like when
Satan.
he takes on that
It's terrifying and it's disturbing.
when he takes on that remake role, it's just like this. No, and I've seen a few things where he's like, oh, it wasn't always me directing.
Yeah.
The studio had their input, but dude, like, you have leeway.
Yeah.
Do something. Like you're Rob fucking Zombie. Act like it.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, act
I
like
didn't
it. Put
mind,
your wife in the movie.
I didn't mind the.
He's not Tim Burton.
I didn't mind the Halloweens that he did just because, like I said, the imagery, all that good stuff. I loved the extended psych ward scene, and they open the door and
And he
the
had all the
masks
masks
all up
and
there.
everything.
Like,
First of all, he killed Danny
You know.
Trejo. You don't kill Danny Trejo. Okay? He's
it's a
Machete.
good point. It's a good point.
You don't kill Machete.
That was another good movie.
Machete. Facts. Only one. Part 2 was just a little too much for me.
I don't think I even saw part
Any-
2. I saw
any-
1 and I was good.
You're good. You're good by seeing that one.
Yep.
So you guys, what's your big Halloween plans for tomorrow?
Oh man, I gotta work,
Yeah.
and then trust me, I know. And then I gotta work and give candy to tiny little monsters, and I use that word very aggressively. Monsters of all ages, and
I love it, man. I love giving. I love answering the door. The kids come running up and passing out candy. I don't know.
See, normally,
it's fun.
If I was at home, I wouldn't give. I wouldn't mind, not at all. But show me your costume. Cool. You're whatever, Batman, or you're the monster, whatever. You're what's that? Elsa. Oh,
Elsa. Elsa's a big one.
Elsa,
Still,
you're Elsa. Cool.
it's never gonna go
But
away.
here's the thing: at work, I gotta deal with.
Oh, you're doing it at work.
I gotta deal with the K words.
Have fun with that.
And then I got to deal with the K words. It's children. And then I got, wait, I can say Karens.
I need to speak to your manager.
Here's a fun fact. I am the manager. So when I want to speak to the manager, me, what the fuck do you, no. The answer's still going to be fucking no. God damn. I hate you. And
Tell us how you really feel.
I'm sorry. I let loose.
You went into a zone right there.
I'm sorry. I just.
What's
This
your
has become a therapy podcast.
what's your worst Karen experience? Lay it on me.
You really want to open that door?
I do.
You just got kicked
I want
out.
to hear so much more about the Karens.
So,
I'm going to take another drink.
so normally, I'm a
Cheers.
really, let me take with that. So normally I'm a really laid back manager. I bend the rules if need be, to help the customer. But if you're a cunt with a K in this case,
Karen cunt.
oh, that's the K word.
I'm not gonna give two shits. So there was this one particular individual comes in the store. I want to return this. Okay, what was the problem? They hurt my feet. Not a problem. I opened the
What
shoes.
were they? They were shoes.
They were shoes.
Okay.
You
You never know. You gotta ask.
I open it up, and the shoes look like they've been through 3 world wars. They got stabbed in dog shit, and
The old switcherooski.
yeah, and I'm like this, ma'am, I can't take this back. I want my money back. I want it right now. My feet hurt. I can't wear this. Blah blah blah. And I'm like this.
Did she have a receipt?
Yeah, she did.
She
Amazing.
swapped the shoes out. She had old shoes in there, right? This is what I'm picking up. Is this
Oh no,
true?
she wore the shoes. It was a recent purchase, and she for 2 days she did whatever the fuck she did in these shoes, and then some.
Huh.
And I say, and I'm like this, ma'am. I'm like, I understand they hurt your feet, but like,
They're destroyed.
I'm like this, like you should have brought them back. Like the moment you put them on, oh these hurt. Okay, I'm gonna box them up, put them back. Not wear them for 3 fucking days.
I'm getting fired up, man. I'm on your side. Keep going. Yeah. What'd you do to this girl?
So she's
Tell
like
me.
this. She's like this. Well, you know what? It says I can return it within 45 days. I'm like this. You're 100% correct, but it also says the shoes have to be in the same condition you goddamn brought them in.
Boom.
And she goes like this. That's bullshit. I paid money on these. I spent $60 on these shoes, and I'm thinking, damn, I spent $60 on wine in like a day. Like what are you talking about with this? And then she goes, I need to speak to somebody other than you. I'm like this, ma'am. There's nobody other than me. Where's your manager? Ma'am, I didn't say it, but this is okay. Here's what I wanted to say, ma'am. I am the fucking manager now. I'm telling you no. Go take your fucking crusty ass out of my store. This is what I said, ma'am. I am the manager, and I'm the only one who can help you now. 2 different sides.
Yeah,
But-
well, everybody's got their customer service voice that they put on and all that good stuff.
And so she's like this. I need to speak to somebody above you. There's no one above me. This is my castle.
Lord Jesus. You bow down to me.
I'm like this. This is my castle, and this is my kingdom.
Did you say that?
Huh? No, I just told her, like, there's nobody above me. And she's like, give me a customer service number. I'm like, it's back of your receipt. You could call them while you take your shoes out my store. And that was verbatim. I actually told her because she started cursing. Once you start cursing at me, then I give no fucks. I'm
Why
like,
do you think? Why do you think? Because I mean, everybody's dealt with some customer service folks. Everybody's found a Karen here and there. Why in the fuck are like? There's like an uprising of the Karen attitude. What do you think?
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna answer that because for years, they have gotten away with it, and it's been rewarded.
Yeah.
It usually is you come in, you start throwing a scene. The retail response is, oh, we need to make this person happy, whether they're right or wrong. So we're going to give them a refund or swap out the shoes or whatever they want. We just need them to calm down, or they'll write a bad review on Yelp or whatever.
True
So
story.
the truth is, these Karens have been trained to act this way, and it's just gotten worse and worse and worse as more people have caught on to it.
Yep.
That's what
Well,
it is.
you have Darren's
Learn
as
behavior.
well.
No, we call them cows.
Okay, Kyle's.
Kyle's. I
Yeah.
thought Kyle
Oh,
was
yeah.
just the guy
Oh.
who drank Monster and put his fist through
Yeah.
the
Cows
drywall.
cows are they go for in-store purchases.
I think the male Karen. There's still like a lot of.
Oh, actually, no. You know what?
I'm
you know
a
what?
man.
I was wrong. It's actually the male Karen is Ken.
Is it Ken?
It's Ken. I'm sorry, I was wrong. It's not
Oh,
Cal.
that's right.
It's Ken.
Yeah,
That's
it's Ken
right.
and Karen.
Yep.
Remember the pictures that were going
The
viral
couple out
of
in
the couple?
Missouri,
St. Louis.
St. Louis.
Get off my lawn.
standing outside with
Jesus
assault rifles.
Christ.
Or I think Ken had a
Ken had
assault
a-
rifle,
yeah.
and then
She
Karen
had a little
had
pea shooter.
pistol.
Yeah, she looked like a 22.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, had I been there protesting and I saw them, like, yo, do you guys want me to get you a better gun?
I'm just leaving. Like,
Well, I'm
no,
not there in the first place
Y'all-
because it's not my property.
That's
what-
that's
my
number
deal.
one.
Here's the thing. They went out there because they were walking through the street.
Yeah,
So they were like, oh yeah, they saw one or two people like walk on their grass.
yeah. You got to be careful, man. Some of those
That's-
places you walk on people's grass, they'll
Look,
fuck you up.
Hey,
Back to Halloween.
that's no,
Back to Halloween.
Wait,
We're getting off on a
that's
tangent
no,
here.
no, that's fair. That's fair.
Is that Fireball I see?
Hey, I'm actually parked in your front lawn right now.
Oh,
Is it near
Bring
the
up-
sandworm?
bring out the AK.
The sandworm.
Bring out the 9
Did you
mil.
miss the giant 9-foot sandworm
That's what he calls
in
his
the front
cock
yard?
when he's at the beach.
Exactly.
Sandworm.
Ooh, that is the good.
By
That
the
brings
way-
back some
by the
memories
way-
right there.
By the way, all-time best horror movie, my opinion, Nightmare on Elm Street.
I love Nightmare on Elm Street. I love it. I love the concept that you got to fall asleep and he gets you in your dream, but you die. I love Freddy, the way his face looks and the claws. But Freddy Part 2 is no good. I consider it not canon.
That's fair.
1,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5. That's the good stuff.
Dream Warriors.
Yes,
That
number
came
Wait,
out.
four.
Warriors
what's
was
wrong
my
with 2?
shit.
What's wrong with 2?
Well,
And it
I'm
wasn't-
glad you asked, Nick.
What's wrong
Allow
with
me
two?
to tell you what's wrong with 2. Number 2
Elaborate.
breaks the whole fucking concept that Freddy exists in your dreams.
How so?
Because did you not see it when he at the end
Yeah, I don't
when he's
remember.
on the goddamn school bus? He's like real, and it's stupid and
Yep.
it's dumb, and it never
That's-
happened.
that's
So
Freddy.
Are you
there
talking
we
about
go.
the end of the first one?
No,
that's
sir.
Freddy.
You asked about the second one.
Wait,
And
I
it
don't
is
remember the second
also
one.
Part 6.
listed as the
Part
gayest
6.
horror movie ever made.
Part
Ooh, I
six.
didn't
Part-
know
That's
that.
true.
Because
That is true.
what's his name? One of the main actors. That was the last movie he ever made. He has a. Here I go back to on Shudder. He has a. There's a called Scream Queens, the
Oh.
untold story of Nightmare 2.
Well,
That is
Yeah.
true. I have
Yeah.
I have heard
well,
about
Part
that.
6, Nightmare on Elm Street was horrible. Like, they brought him into the real world to finally kill him.
But they brought him into the real world in the first one.
No,
No,
they
no,
brought they poured the water on his bones.
Yeah.
And they tried to. Remember, she went.
but it-
Nancy
wait,
slept
wait,
in the
wait.
dreams, and she brought the hat back.
Wait a second.
Nick.
Yeah, she brought the hat back, and then she grabbed him and brought him
That's-
into the room at the end of the first one.
But she was still,
Because
that was
remember
part
she
of her
burned
dream.
her
But that
arm
was
to,
part
like,
of the
wake up?
dream. That was part of the dream. Yeah.
No, she was awake. She brought him
Well,
in.
that was.
I swear that was the first one.
I'm thinking. No, I'm saying I think you're thinking Part 6 because that's when they brought him into the real world and started trying like 1v1 him. Like
no, that
in
was
real
where
life.
she came with
Part
the
6.
hat, right?
Listen,
I swear.
1, 3, 4, 5. That's the good stuff. And it
Yeah.
is great. All right, so
And the remake, I'm gonna throw out there. The remake was actually good. So fuck anybody who says
I didn't
wasn't.
mind it. I didn't mind
It was pretty goddamn
I
good.
didn't mind
I
because
did
you
not see it.
I haven't seen it either.
Again,
have
it
seen
had
Freddy.
it had a longer story, so I was like, "Yeah, this is
It
cool."
focused
I dug it.
more on the actual teens than Freddy Krueger. But when Freddy was there, he was fucking there, and
Yeah.
it was a fucking show.
I'm old enough to remember when all that was live and it was
Yeah.
happening. And I remember watching the movie when he's going down the alley and his arms
Yeah.
got real long. It starts.
Yeah.
There were so many like cool
Yeah.
little effects in that.
Well, Freddy was probably one of the more comical ones.
Oh, yeah.
too.
Was
Like,
sticking his
he-
tongue
like,
out.
he
Yeah.
definitely had
Comical,
some
more
comic
charismatic.
relief.
If you're talking about like the comical ones, like you guys have seen Freddy vs. Jason, right?
I was about to bring that up.
Oh,
I
my
like
goodness.
it. I like that one.
Dude, that was such an awesome movie.
I
It was
couldn't get behind
hilarious.
it. I couldn't get behind it because
I have the
like
cups.
I tried it. I
Yeah.
really did. But then as I'm watching, I'm like this wouldn't happen. No, that shouldn't happen.
You just got to accept it for water.
Yeah.
I get that. I
Dude,
get that. And
dude,
I get it. But I'm
when he
sorry.
blows up Jason and Jason starts like just like bouncing off like everything and he's like making the ping pong like noises. Dude, that
They
was
kind of lost me with Jason in space.
Jason X.
yeah,
Yeah.
Jason X. Yeah,
I
lost me
was
too.
First,
I was not a fan.
First of all.
well
First of all-
there was boobs in it.
Yeah,
There was
there were-
there, if
there was-
there's
always
if
boobs in
there
a
is
Jason
not
movie.
boobs in a horror movie, it's not worth seeing.
It's like Jason has to have boobs in all of his
They all
movies.
have. I mean,
There's-
they all should. They.
It's like Cabin
every
in the
80s
Woods.
movies though.
There's no boobs in the movie I'm making. So
We need to change that one.
yeah, there's,
You're
when
making
I'm
a
writing
movie?
right
I'm
now.
not-
There's no boobs in it.
I got some hairy ass titties right
you
here.
gotta,
that you
you
can
gotta
put
work
in your
on
movie.
that.
I shave my titties, so like, is that cool?
No,
Like,
That's not
you-
cool.
I don't like hair on my chest. What the fuck, fellas? Don't judge me. Are you judging my body right now? I'm about to hit you with the black Karen. The blaring.
Blaring. I have not heard that. That's awesome. All right, Joe? What's your favorite horror movie?
What's favorite
I'm
horror
glad
movie?
you asked. I'm glad you asked.
Hey,
I think
Joe,
I know
what's
what
your
it is.
favorite
I think I know what it
favorite
is.
horror movie?
Then go ahead and guess.
I think it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
You are correct, sir.
You got
And it is the
Yeah.
original. It
The
is the
original.
original. And there's
Facts.
many reasons why. Reason number one, I love the old grainy film that
Yes.
it was shot
It does
on.
add something
Yeah,
to it.
yeah.
It definitely makes it
and
feel.
the weird hitchhiker
different.
on the slaughterhouse and the music and when the girl gets thrown up in that room with the birds and the bones and all the art.
all the furniture and made out of bones. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Love all of it.
You have no complaints. I agree with you 100%.
All right.
my
all right.
my favorite thing recently was what they did with the
Geico
newer
commercials.
the newer Halloween. How they basically wiped away all the sequels, and John Carpenter did a sequel,
Yes.
2018.
and
yeah.
and where they, spoiler alert, they killed him at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Well, of course they're making 2 additional ones, but I thought it was cool because it was a very humanized version of it. It was just a guy who was a fucking psycho,
Yeah.
and he just liked killing people.
And yeah,
I was lucky.
it was
I
a-
I
saw
thought that was the best sort of, for one, because it did away with all the immortal Michael Myers
Mhm.
bullshit. It was just a guy, and he could be killed and all that, but it was just a guy who liked fucking murdering people, and that's fucking
Yeah.
scary to me.
That was efficient.
because
Yeah.
Like
that's
that remake, what they did.
Yeah.
that was one of the most efficient recast.
well, no, because it was actually the same guy who did the original Michael Myers.
Well, I'm talking about like because you know how they at the end of the last one they had
like a reimagining.
a reimagine.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
better version of
Yeah.
that, and then they just expanded upon it. Now, then they brought back Jamie Lee Curtis. First of all,
Well, because that movie-
because she's still hot
Be-
and she's 65 years old.
But that movie, I don't know. I mean,
No,
it was a
flag on the play. I
it was
disagree. The turtle goes back in its shell.
First of all,
for Jamie Lee
No,
Curtis.
no.
are you kidding me? Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie
Have
Lee
you-
Curtis.
Back in the day, she was pretty
True
bad.
Lies, in the movie True
Oh
Lies
my
with Arnold
God.
Listen, that was like '94
Yeah,
though.
we ain't talking back in the day. The man said she's 65.
Now she's selling Activia, fiber and shit.
First of all, that just means it's an easy hole. Like you're not gonna hear any complaints from me. She still gets. I remember when it was Trading
Milk the
Spaces
Gilf.
and seeing her topless.
it was great.
I was like
It was
15,
great.
and
That
I'm
was
like,
a classic.
Trading Places, yeah.
This is what it is. Like, okay, Jamie, you got me.
But the cool thing about the Halloween reimagining, like you said, was like I said, because it got rid of all the sequels. It was a direct sequel
No Buster
to the
Rhymes.
original.
Yeah.
None of that. So I thought that was just a really, in a day and age where everything is fucking remakes and reboots and all that stuff. I was glad to see like a truly original twist on the whole goddamn
thing.
genre.
I
you
was
know?
lucky to see
that had
that
never
at-
been done before.
I saw that at Universal before we went into Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah,
And walked the Halloween 4 house.
yeah.
So that was.
I used
that
to
was pretty
love
badass.
those, man.
Yeah.
Hey, back in the day.
Mhm.
I can't wait till we can go and do the old Halloween Horror Nights. once
Halloween
again.
Horror Nights.
Have you
That's always
guys
such a great
Get
time.
into the fucking houses.
Have you guys seen? Okay, I'm talking about a good bad horror movie, or if you want to call it horror. Have you guys seen Crawl,
No.
No.
the Gator movie?
No.
Oh,
Nope.
You-
I'm not
you-
doing it.
if
I'm
you
not
guys-
doing it.
why not? Why
I'm not fucking doing it, Cass.
I'm
not
telling
doing
you,
it.
Hey, look, I had my reserves.
Listen, man, I live in Florida, and that motherfucking
Hey,
movie's about alligators.
Hey,
Let me tell
the
you.
movie starts off in UF.
What? Good.
Whoa.
Fuck. Are you
Yes,
serious?
it really does.
Does
It starts off in UF, and my God, from the beginning of that movie to the absolute end is walls to the balls insane.
Is
and
there
it's-
is there titties in it? Too?
No, but a guy loses his
What?
arm.
Matt
A guy
Wall.
loses his arm and survives.
It
Doesn't count. It doesn't count.
it doesn't count.
There's
no
tits.
titties.
It doesn't-
I'm sorry, but hey,
Every good horror movie's got titties.
there's a dog.
That's how you know who's gonna
There's a-
fucking die first.
There's a dog.
Yeah, it's always the horror with
There's
the,
a
hit-
d-
the
there-
big titties.
There's a dog.
I like dogs, but not as much as titties.
I agree.
It's true.
But guess what?
I can do
There's
a lot
no
more with
so you
titties than I
get
can
the
a
dogs.
dog.
No. I watched that movie for the first time, and guess what?
I'm glad that didn't go totally unnoticed.
Jesus.
I know the beans.
But no, watch that movie. It is once again ridiculous. I had to Google like the behavior of alligators because of this movie. That's how walls to the balls this fucking shit is.
Okay.
From like the beginning and end, like
All right. Here's one. Centipede. No.
The
what's
human
that?
centipede?
The human
Did anybody
centipede.
see that shit?
Nope.
it wasn't. It wasn't.
That
a
was
horror
going to
movie.
be
It
my
was-
next thing to bring up. Was
you
human
see it?
I saw.
yeah.
It's not a horror movie. It's just disgusting.
I
you
will.
see it?
I
No,
can
no.
never. That's
I'm
one
not
thing I
doing it.
can't take in a horror movie is fucking shit, piss, and
Yeah.
Vile.
That just sounded like
Yeah.
you saw it, Matt. Tell me about it.
All right.
Tell me
so-
about it. Lay it on me.
shit.
All right. So
A lot of shit.
there was a lot
Mouth
of shit.
and shit.
Was there really?
A
Like,
mouth and shit.
God.
a lot of
All right,
tossing salad.
So
A lot of soft serve chocolate ice
so
cream.
there's one point in the movie where they're all sewed together and they're kind of
Shit.
crawling around, and the guy at the front of the line, he just starts crying and he just says, "I'm so sorry," and then it just went downhill from there.
Shit.
Literally, shit rolls downhill.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy about that movie is some producer somewhere said, "Yeah,
That sounds
let's go
Twice.
with that."
They made a second one.
They did.
Yeah, there was a sequel, and I didn't have the stomach to.
Hey,
to
I'm gonna
see
throw a
that
movie.
one.
I'm gonna throw a movie out there, and this movie was legitimately scary to me. The Event Horizon.
Yes, dude. Hell yeah. Good movie.
What?
Sci-fi.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Does not ring a bell.
Scary.
Oh, you
bullshit.
got to see that one. It's a standalone,
Yeah.
but it's
Sam
fucking good.
Neill, Lawrence Fishburne. Good fucking movie.
It's set in space, and they go through a wormhole, and it's fucking good. Because it really makes you think, like, what's on the other side? What if you go through a wormhole? What if you go in a black hole?
You die.
What
What if they do-
We think.
Thus far.
Yeah.
It has not-
CERN.
we have not been able to prove otherwise, I suppose.
What about Hostel? Hostel.
Never saw it.
Yeah, I've seen.
Never saw it.
saw
I
the first
kind
one.
of, like when Hostel came out right around the same time, like Saw,
Saw.
did, and there was
It's
a
more-
few of those like
Can we
capture
just-
and
can we
torture
say-
movies, and they just didn't do it for
Can we
me.
say Saw 1 was fantastic?
No,
No, I'm saying fantastic
No, we
because
can't.
here's the follow up. Because
Why
the
didn't
rest
he
of
just cut the chain
the rest-
instead of cutting his foot off?
No. You know why 1 was fantastic? Because the other 8 were shit. It was utter shit in comparison.
I made it like half hour in, 40 minutes, 45 minutes in, and I was like, I'm good. I've seen enough. That was a wrap for me. I don't even know if what happened.
Something about something. I went over to Dave's house one time. He had it on, and I like hung out on the porch. I was like, yeah, you know.
What about older like Universal monsters? Old.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
What do you-
Creature from the Black Lagoon. I saw it for the first time like 3
Oh.
months ago.
That's what my ex called me.
Fantastic movie.
I have something probably none of y'all know. Back in the day, the Creature from the Black Lagoon was made. The costume was made by a woman named Melissa or something Patrick. Melissa
Snow
Finn
White's mother?
Patrick, and she created the monster, and Bud Westmore, he took credit for it, and because it was back in the 30s.
Man, fuck Bud Westmore.
So recently, like in 2018,
Right?
a book came out called "Creature" or "The Lady from the Black Lagoon," explaining what had happened to this lady and why that because in I guess that time, they
women
didn't
were like subjugated.
exactly,
Yeah.
but she's the reason why the creature exists.
That movie is so good. I loved it, and I love that it's black and white. I just love the setting. And of course, most people probably know it was filmed right down here in Ocala.
Was it really?
In
Yep.
Silver
The
Springs.
original.
Yeah.
Creature from
That's
the Black Lagoon?
Tarzan was too.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Back in the day, and that's why all those fucking
That's
monkeys are.
Yeah.
the fucking monkeys and all
Well,
the
with
aliens.
herpes.
The herpes
yeah.
monkeys.
The herpes monkeys.
Yeah, fuck the monkeys.
No, don't do that. You'll get herpes.
No, yeah, you'll get herpes. Don't fuck the monkeys.
Wait,
Do not.
who's excited for the Candyman remake?
Me.
Are they making the remake?
Even though
Jordan Michael Peele's doing it.
Tony Todd is a fucking king when it
Well,
comes to horror.
that'll be good then.
But
Yeah.
he's pretty badass.
The guy who's playing Candyman is the dude who played Aquaman. I mean, not Aquaman.
Black Man.
Black Manta and
Yeah.
Aquaman. It's a weird tube or some shit like
that
that.
was a weird one. I remember when that shit came out
Mhm.
back in the day.
Candyman?
Candyman.
Yo, that
was a cool one.
it was a brand new. It didn't get it. I think it didn't get enough popularity
Definitely
because it
not.
wasn't.
Definitely not.
More mainstream horror.
Yeah,
where it's like,
yeah.
it's not a random white dude trying to kill
well,
people. It's
back
like this,
back in
a
the
black dude.
back in the day, that was when Sherilyn Fenn was like popular. She was in like what is it called, Meridian. That was a horror movie about vampires and werewolves, some bullshit. She was in Candyman. She was in all these other. She was the final girl back in the day.
So you guys know a lot about movies.
Yep.
Talking about horror movies, Alfred Hitchcock. Well, in the early 90s, there was a movie where John Goodman played an Alfred Hitchcock-like character called Matinee.
Yes, I
You-
remember that movie.
Guess who was in that movie?
Who?
Me.
Are you fucking
Yeah,
are you an extra
motherfucker.
or what?
Yeah, motherfucker. I'm in that
Yeah.
movie.
Fucking name.
True story.
What,
True
what
story.
part did you play?
Well, I was an extra.
You just gotta walk
Hey,
through the
you were-
background or something.
You got screen credit, right?
Nah. You can clearly see me several times, and
Okay.
it's so I'm gonna take it as a win. And I
Yeah.
tell people
That's a win, bro.
I'm gonna tell people that I'm a movie star, and I will say this: John
you get paid
Goodman,
for it?
Yes, I got paid for it.
I don't know
I'm not working for free over here.
I mean, you're an extra. That's why.
No,
Well, here's
dollars
what I-
went into my pocket.
Here's what I want to know: do you own a copy of this movie?
No, but I do have a full movie poster, like about as big as your Porchville banner. I have that.
Of you?
So why is
No,
it not hanging on the wall?
That's a, you know what? I'm gonna change that, Nick.
You need to
Thanks
frame
for calling
that
me
up.
out.
You need to
Thanks for
frame
calling me
that
out.
up.
Yeah, because now I'm like,
Hey.
I want to see this movie.
It's
Yeah.
actually a good movie. Would you say it's a good movie?
Yeah, it was a good movie, and we have something
What's
in
it called?
common. I was an extra on the movie too, but it was a TV show called Forge of Fire. I was an extra because how little time I was on it.
Wow. Wow. I like how he doesn't like, hey, by the way, once again, this is not only.
I mean, I'm not going to talk shit, but he did just barely make it out of the credits. I think
Oh, all right. A fellow thespian. All right.
No, wait.
Man, I was talking to a guy. I was
called
talking to a guy.
Matinee. It's a good movie.
It is a
It's
really good
I haven't
movie.
seen it like forever.
Like that girl from Life Goes On, Corky's sister.
Yep.
She was in there. John Goodman, by the way, is fucking massive in real life. I came up to his elbow. He's a big boy.
He was good in 10 Cloverfield Lane too.
nuts.
Oh, he was.
I was
he
not
was,
a fan.
He was
That was the
creepy.
the Cloverville
as
one.
a baby.
Yeah, that was good.
I was not a fan of that. I didn't really get it.
Was that the monster one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
it's
right,
supposed
I
to
just
be
didn't
like
get
a
it.
tie.
I did see
It's
that.
supposed to be a tie-in movie into the other movies.
Huh.
It's they fucked it up. Like the execution was poor.
All right.
Oh, look,
So,
there it
but
is.
John Goodman is big dude.
Matinee. I
Look
can buy
how-
it for $10.
Think how
on
big
Amazon.
Hey.
fucking Roseanne was.
I'm actually in the trailer. Are you on YouTube? You can see me. Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
hey, do you get like if that movie's bought, do you get like afterpay or?
No way. No.
I mean, you make money.
I mean, John Goodman does.
I was in 8th grade. My buddy's mom worked for some agency. We went. It was filmed in Cocoa Beach, and yeah, I got like, I remember like $115.
Whoa,
That's big money
2
back
days.
then.
Hell
When
yeah.
you're in 8th grade,
Yep.
that's a
Fuck
lot
yeah.
of baseball
That's
cards,
bank,
my
bro.
friends.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get to meet John Goodman?
No, but I saw him standing, and this is why I say about the elbow. And I'm you know how I am. I'm
Wait, so like
I-
as an adult, like
I'm up to everybody's fucking elbow. What?
Shut up, you
What's the big
midget. Wait, I'm sorry. Is it appropriate to say midget again, or is
I think it's
I don't
little
know.
person.
I took
I don't know.
offense.
So I see John Goodman in catering, and the extras were told not to go into catering, but I'm gonna go into catering because I'm gonna do it. And I saw him, and I'm like, you hear the term brushing elbows? I always brushing elbows with this. I'm like, I'm gonna go brush the motherfucker's elbow. And as I was walking to him, it was like walking up to a building. He just got bigger and bigger and bigger.
Started casting his shadow.
And I got up in there and like I totally bumped into him, and I'm sure in real life he was like, God damn kids. But yeah, he was big, and so that's
That's awesome, bro.
that's what I got going on in my life. I don't know.
All right, cool.
It is a good movie though.
Cool.
I'm gonna end up buying that, and checking it out.
I need to do the same.
You should. I mean, you're in the movie. You should at least own a copy
right.
so that when people come over, you can be like, "Hey, check us out! I'm in a movie."
I'm a movie star.
You know-
y'all.
You guys should watch Little Monsters.
Oh,
Well,
Little Monsters.
just a
Fred
classic.
Savage.
Fred Savage, and Howie Mandel.
Howie Mandel, yeah.
Hell
that's
yes.
that's cool because that's not the Little Monsters I was talking about.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's a
You're talking about his penis again.
First of all, we call that the Anaconda. Yeah, that's a plug for Jennifer Lopez. Rest.
Literally.
But no, Little Monsters is an Australian zombie movie with I forget her name. She's in the Black Panther. She plays the Black Panther's love interest. Umabe something. She was in This Is Us. Not Is This Is Us or Us?
Yeah.
The one with the black chick and Us.
All I know is
I did
Black
not see
Panther. Michonne from Walking Dead is in the Black
No,
Panther.
not her. The one who's wearing like this. I don't freeze, and he rescues the girl who he says he doesn't freeze for. God damn it!
In Black Panther?
Are you just getting on that part?
I don't know where we're going with this. Like,
It's a zombie movie. It's cute. It's adorable. Little kid zombies, and you get to punch them in the face. That's all.
So that they're
everybody
finally,
loves to
did
punch
you ever
little kids in the face.
Dude, speaking of punching kids in the face, did you see that movie with what's that fucking guy from Lord of the Rings, Frodo?
yeah.
What's his name?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
Elijah Wood.
Elijah Wood, called Cooties.
yes, I saw that one.
Dude,
It was
that was
cute.
That was funny.
I did not see that one.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of movies. So we can do this all
Well,
day.
I
like I can
Halloween.
really do this all
I
day.
do the stereotypical,
Well,
horror
yeah, you were
movie every
doing.
day.
You were out there helping at the corn maze. Was
No,
that-
no,
or
no,
the
no. Kirby Farms. Yeah, I'll be out there Saturday and Sunday.
What are they
is
doing
that
out there?
cool? Because I've heard
Dude, it's
mixed
badass.
reviews. Is it?
You
Oh,
get
really?
like they have. There's some of them that are kind of not cheesy, but it's kind of lighthearted. But then you go into the Clown Woods or the trailer.
Fuck that.
The trailer park
Fuck
kicks ass.
that.
They actually have trailers out
Clown Woods.
there. Dude, the Clown
No.
Woods.
I just want to say
You get disorientated
I
in
went
there.
a year before, and I scared more people than the people who were
Fuck
supposed to be scared.
that.
But,
Clown Woods.
Yeah, you need to go, bro.
Hey
No.
guys, you know what's a fun fact? When
Nope.
you are dressed in black and you are black, you blend in relatively well. And then all you have
I
to
wouldn't
do
know
is
how
just,
that feels.
and all you have to do is just take a few steps back, wait till nobody sees you, which is once again not that hard, and just go boo.
Hey, you all know Rogers Farm out on 121?
No,
Yes.
I don't do farms.
Do they do?
I actually know
Do they
that
do
family.
the corn maze?
Well, let me tell you what they
Who?
do.
Somebody does the corn maze.
Well, there's several.
The corn maze
Coon
burned
Hollow-
fucking down,
Yeah,
bro.
with the Newberry maze.
Corn-
Yeah,
yeah.
It was an
It caught on
ex-employee
fire.
lit that thing up like a week ago.
What?
Yep.
No joke.
Fucking
yeah,
on a main night, he fucking set that bitch up.
yeah, that was all in the news.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey,
I didn't hear about
But
that.
hey, I gotta tell you about Rogers Farm, and they're not doing it this year because of COVID. But the past couple of years, you get on this like tractor, and they like take you through the cornfields, and you are attacked by zombies that come out of the corn, and you shoot them with paintball guns.
That's badass.
It
I did that
is
in-
badass.
I did that down
I
in
can
Miami.
dig
That
that.
shit was
Yes.
dope. It was
Yes.
fun. 'Cause I'm just sort of just.
Pop, 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 pop,
I
pop.
can dig that.
Dude, I actually know Adam Rogers, like the guy that, like he's the son of the people that own the farm,
They sold it.
and they did sell it.
Yeah, like 3 years ago.
No, well, but he still works it.
I mean,
And he-
I like
and he-
he's like this. Well, I'm still gonna finish this goddamn story. So, by the way, fun fact: did you
Fun
know
fact.
that the movie Scream is based off the killer in Gainesville?
Yeah,
No, man.
No, no, no.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. That
I did not
killer-
know that.
Yeah.
What are the similarities?
There's
the similarities? He went out to college chicks. He brought them to, stalked them, brought them back to, kidnapped them, brought them back to him, and murdered them. A former coworker of mine, literally lived like he moved in 3 houses or 3 apartments shy of that old apartment.
Was it Camelot? Or
Like Brandywine and shit off Archer Road.
Gatorwood.
Yep. You know
Something like
why there's always that
Gatorwood.
mural when you drive up
34th.
34th. And
34th
it's the
on-
black one
on
in the heart.
graffiti wall.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
always
yeah.
remember, never forget. That's what the movie Scream was based off.
Well, I did not pick up on that because that guy who was a scumbag would break into these apartments
Danny Rollins, yeah.
and kill people.
Yep.
He was a transient.
And he killed 3 people apparently out in Louisiana. And I
They still don't know how many others because he said I killed more, but it was never disclosed.
yeah, you gotta kill a guy like that. And
Well, one of the things with a lot of these, like saying it's, like inspired or whatever, but you'll see a lot of like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Part of that was Ed Gein.
Yeah.
Silence of the Lambs. Also part of
Eddie
that was
Gein.
Ed Gein.
That's
so,
a fascinating story as
so
well.
a lot of these people will take like just little bits and pieces
And make it their own.
and say and then
Yeah.
really
It's
expound
inspired.
upon that.
These-
It's
yeah.
inspired by a true story. Inspired.
Well, funny story
goes a long
was
way.
like there's a movie called The Strangers.
Yes.
And that movie is fucking terrifying to me because just I don't know, people just showing up, surrounding your house, like
For no damn reason.
you really gotta
Yep.
make sure you carry a gun around, but
I mean,
solve those fucking problems. But that's a different story. But they say in the very beginning of that movie that it's based on a true story.
Mm-hmm.
So in the very beginning of that movie, a young girl, one of the strangers, comes up, knocks on the door, asks a question or something, and walks away. The inspiration for that movie was the writer sitting at home one night. Somebody coming, a girl came up, knocked on her door, asked if she could use a phone or something because her car broke down. He let her use the phone. Tow truck came, towed the car away. That was the end of the story.
Mm-hmm.
So he took that girl knocking on his door in the middle of the night and wrote the entire movie, The Strangers, based on just that little interaction. And
Well, it's
called
like,
it a true story.
like The Exorcist.
Yeah.
The Exorcist was based on a novel based on a story about a boy in the 30s.
Right.
Who, was possessed.
Hey, speaking
So-
of exorcism, and I like the Exorcist movie. That one that came out probably 10 years ago, Emily Rose, the Exorcism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that
Trash.
was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was good.
They
There's
did.
trash.
They
Yeah.
I'm
did.
sorry, I gotta stop that.
No, it's everyone's got different opinions.
They did
I
a
thought it was cool.
series right around that same time because they came out with The Conjuring and they did a couple other movies that were similar to that, and then they came out with The Exorcism of Emily Rose, and then there was like 4 or 5 other The Exorcism of
Yeah.
Jane,
Like the Taking
Rudolph
It, Deborah,
or fuck,
whatever, that
yeah.
was on Netflix. And
Yeah, they started
Yeah.
coming out with a whole bunch of
now
those.
that was a good movie.
But I didn't mind the Emily Rose anytime you see those contortion.
Yes,
shit,
that's
like-
what I'm talking about. That was
That's
it. That was the money.
Oh, that stuff just
Dude,
gets
when
me.
they added the extras to The Exorcist, and when she crab walked backwards down the stairs, dude, I fucking flipped out. I'm like, damn.
So hey, I was about to throw out a scary movie. Oh yes, here it is, and it's a good movie. I like this movie on many levels, but it definitely gives you some jumps. Signs.
Signs, yeah.
Signs.
No, that movie
So-
makes no fucking sense.
Dude, makes
No,
perfect sense.
no, I love it.
I love it.
yeah.
Okay.
What the
No,
twist?
No, man.
Okay,
like
guys,
when like
all of it.
I'm sitting there like waiting for the punchline. I'm waiting for like the
gotta-
reason for
Keep
watching
swinging.
it.
Swing away.
And then the credits start rolling, and I'm just like,
Careful with the overtalk.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But so like I'm watching this. I'm watching Signs, and I'm waiting for like the reason for me to watch it, and then all of a sudden the credits start rolling, and I'm just like,
He didn't get the sign.
Come on.
what the hell
He didn't
happened?
get the sign.
Come on. it never got you.
Hey,
But here's the thing.
when
okay,
those,
okay.
go ahead.
Here's the thing. The reason why I can't get behind that movie. Okay. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. Why would
It's aliens.
advanced alien species? Remember, they
Yeah.
discovered interstellar travel and all this other stuff. travel, and all this other stuff. Why would you invade a planet
Tito's.
that is Tito's Vodka? Thank you for sponsoring us today. Why would you invade a planet that is 80% or whatever full of water? That makes no fucking sense. Like,
Well, perhaps there were some other valuable resources. That
oh,
they
cool.
needed,
You know what?
you know?
If I could take you down with a water gun, you have no right to call yourself an advanced species.
Hey,
at that
are you
point.
telling me when they played that birthday party from Brazil with
Oh,
those
that
kids
was fucking
screaming?
great.
Oh man, you didn't jump when that
Yeah.
thing walked down the street? Come
No.
on.
You know why? Because Brazil's a fucked up place. And shit happens there. Okay? That was the least thing I would be surprised about.
Oh man, I like the story about the guy's wife and
Yeah,
the
see,
swing
that-
away.
I'll tell you what. That,
I'm into that
I
movie.
like that movie so much that I was actually fucking some chick one time watching that movie, and I watched the movie. I was that into it. It was a great movie.
I'm sure she feels that was good for her self-esteem.
Well, no, she probably thought
She doesn't- she doesn't
she's
even
probably
know
like, no, she's
She
probably like
doesn't
this.
even-
He's giving me the dick. Like, I'm good. And you're like this. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my God.
Like, oh, here's the part where Meryl gets the bat. Swing away, Meryl! Swing away, Meryl!
No, I'm sorry. I can't give it. The signs don't do it for me.
Swing away.
Different stories, different folks. I think that's a good
So-
movie.
That's a good
So,
one.
you guys love The Omen, right? Don't you?
I didn't mind it. You know,
Here's the thing.
Dude, when that guy got speared through the chest.
See,
and
here's
fucking jumps
Oh,
off
the burnt baby got me.
See, my employee actually, he actually, dropped this little knowledge bomb on me. The name Damien is actually a biblical name. It's a good name. It's a name for righteousness and all that other good shit.
Well, that's
movie-
why he was the Antichrist.
You know what else
No,
is a good
the
name? Is that
movie-
Bumbu? Let me
Let's
try
try
a little bit of that.
The
Bumbu.
movie actually made it towards where people got that conception where if your name's Damien or Damien is associated with it.
Yeah. Damien, devil. Yeah, yes.
It was a bad association. Damien's actually a pretty badass name because it's the son of the Bat Man. Damien Wayne.
That bamboo's good, bro.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's my next one.
Nick,
But
I got
for-
so much alcohol to bring over. I know I told you one time I got a cupboard full of shit I'm never gonna drink.
Yeah, we got to do that.
Yeah,
Whenever.
I just need to remember. Hey, if y'all come over tomorrow, which I think is the plan according to the
Holy
women
shit.
folk,
Yeah,
you can load it up.
that's delicious.
Yeah, it is,
That
bro.
Bumbu rum, that's delicious.
Yeah, my daughter gave that to me.
My goodness.
I would like to sample it. It's
Yeah.
just-
Have you
Yeah,
guys seen? I always forget the name.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Tales of the Hood?
No problem. What?
Way back when. I know I've
Tales
seen
of the
it.
Hood?
Tales.
Oh, yeah, Tales of the
Yo,
Hood, yeah.
that shit. When I was younger, that shit terrified me.
What about Tales from the Crypt?
I love that little
The fucking
motherfucker.
Crypt Keeper? Oh, man.
Beautiful.
Hey, what about the Outer Limits? Y'all ever watch the Outer Limits?
Of course.
I was so on the Outer Limits. I didn't
I
watch it.
loved it, and I loved the cinematography, the way that each frame looked like
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
and
I still
the
remember that shit.
tree melting at the beginning. I really like the Outer Limits.
I love the.
All right.
I remember. I think it was what Tales from the Crypt, when they had that weird little like lake monster, and they were trying to get back to the land.
Oh, the blob one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit was badass.
It's been so long
Then-
since I've seen that.
Then I love
shit.
the movies. Did you guys remember the movies?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Where the vampire queen, so many titties. There we go, guys. Titties.
Oh, shit.
I
You
mean,
got
I
it.
just remembered a
She's like-
great vampire movie, Once Bitten. Is that what it is?
Yeah, George Hamilton.
Is that it?
No. George Hamilton was the parody of that movie. But Once Bitten, I remember it was
It's like a vampire moves in next door kind of movie in the 80s, cheesy
and she was
as
like
fuck.
a real good looking woman.
No, it was a dude.
No.
That was a dude?
I think you're talking about. I know which one you're talking about. They did a remake a few years back, actually with what's his face?
No, you're thinking Fright Night.
Fright. Yeah.
That's what it
Fright-
was.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Fright Night.
Fright
Fright
Night.
Night.
No,
Fuck.
there is a Once Bitten. It's
No,
it's
but-
a reverse role.
But
But
Fright
Fright
Night was
Night,
the one
yeah.
I was thinking of initially.
Brewster.
Yeah.
Fright,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love fucking Fright Night. Actually, the remake wasn't that bad either.
No,
No.
the OG Fright Night.
Yeah. What else? What was her name?
Evil Dead.
oh yeah. I'm down with all. I like all the campy shit. Army
Yeah.
of Darkness.
Army
I'll
of
swallow
Darkness is
your
classic.
soul.
Give me some sugar, baby.
Oh hey,
Yeah.
here's a crazy one.
Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
What about Pumpkinhead?
Pumpkinhead.
Love it.
Lance Henderson. Yep.
Didn't do it for me.
You know,
I wasn't a big Pumpkinhead
Well,
fan.
Pumpkinhead first one was good. Second one,
I probably saw it like once.
Yeah.
Maybe if I actually watched it a little bit more.
Well, that whole group of 80s, like 80s from like 92 was the greatest stint of horror movies. That,
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Children of the Corn.
I
Just
love that
70,
one.
yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yo,
who walks behind the rose.
yo,
Fucking
Malachi.
creepy little
like,
kid.
Yeah.
like till this day,
And
I
they're
still look
still
at a blonde
acting.
white kid like,
yeah.
yo,
It's
Yo.
amazing those people are still
hey,
acting.
where you at?
Like if there was, you know how some people get into a role and they just are
Roll
forever
with it.
that role.
It was that redhead
That was that
kid.
guy, fucking Malachi. If I saw Malachi out in public, I'd probably kick him in the face.
Yeah,
I was going
I'd
to
be
say
terrified.
the exact same
Well, he had
thing.
no, you know, he's
I'd be
ginger. He had no soul.
fucking terrified.
Hey, that's a good movie, and I read the book. I was blessed enough that I read the book before I saw the movie,
Yeah.
and the book, as most books
Was it a-
are,
yeah.
is
Was it a
better.
book or was it some short
It was.
stories?
It was one of the short stories.
Okay.
In
Yeah.
Night Shift, I think was the
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
And it was super good. Lawnmower Man was another
Yep.
one that was
Oh,
in that.
yeah.
Jeff Fahey. That was a good movie.
So
Yep.
yeah.
But it's like Silver Bullet was a Stephen King based
Yep.
on his novel Cycle of the Werewolf.
Yeah.
You know, so it was like, oh, Matt's getting up.
I was making sure he didn't have his headphones.
He's heading to the urination station.
There's going to be a Sasquatch sighting tomorrow.
So Carl, when back in the day when you were a kid, you go out trick or treating.
Yeah.
Like what? Describe that for me. What do you remember the best of it?
I remember like back in like 78
Yeah.
when we had a close group of friends. We lived in New Smyrna Beach, and my parents just let us go.
Yeah.
We dressed up in whatever costume we went, and we were supposed to be back by a certain time. We
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
And that's the greatest Halloweens from there and before that I can remember. Everything after that was total shit.
I had
because
similar
I used to
experiences,
get
though.
beat to an inch in my life after that. So, you know, it was like, you know, back in the 80s, I can't even remember Halloween back then.
Yeah.
You know, so. But
That sounds
not to
pretty
bring
heavy.
everybody fucking down,
Jesus.
but
That
yeah.
wasn't depressing at all.
But
Holy
you know, hey,
shit.
I was telling somebody the other night. I'm like, hey, I have no regrets. Everything that happened to me as a child made me the man I am today, and I
There you
love
go.
myself.
There you go.
So I'm thankful for anything that happened to me,
Fucking
and I'm thankful I never got raped in the ass. So
We can change that right here, right now.
So guys, hey,
try it, motherfucker, try it.
hey guys, Hellraiser. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's go back to the movies.
Speaking of,
Hellraiser, Jesus.
yeah,
what about you, Cass? Like, I know we talked about mom dressing you up in the Batman
the
costume.
Batman, hefty Batman.
Best Halloween ever for me.
Best Halloween.
I think it was my senior year of high school.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna get mad about this one.
Oh yeah, good.
Even
good.
better,
Throw it out.
even
Throw it
better.
out. Yes.
So like,
Make sure to use proper names.
so you know, I was always that all around kid. I was cool with the jocks, geeks, da. But I was
The gay
really
guys.
cool with the. I mean, you're not wrong. The drama kids.
Fuck, I was a drama kid.
And you know,
Well?
we were cool. And like, you know, they're like this. Oh, you should definitely come to our haunted house. You would be great. I'm like this. No, that's not my scene. And they're like this. Come on. Now, mind you, I'm like 17. My dick's always hard.
Yes,
like,
it is.
And like
Remember?
17.
and like
Oh,
there
good old
was
days.
no chill behind it. Like I'm like this. Okay, cool. A girl talks to me. I'm gonna fucking do this.
Yeah.
So I get there and I'm like this. So what do I do? And the coordinator of the whole thing, he's like this. Who are you? And I'm like this. Oh, I'm here to help. He goes this. Why don't you put on a mask and just scare people? And I'm like this.
Well, that's brilliant.
I'm like this. Okay, that's plenty enough. And he's like this. Just do what you got to do. And I'm like this. This doesn't seem efficient, so I'm just gonna do it. So I walk away. One of the drama girls goes like this. I don't like your mask. Let me paint your face. She painted my face white.
Did you paint
But
her
black-
face white?
He's getting to that. You got to
My bad.
build
My
it
bad.
up.
She
bad.
paints my face white and black out with a black outlet. And I'm like this, okay, she's like this, yeah, do what you want. So I literally stood in a fucking corner facing the wall. Whenever I heard somebody come, turned around. Ah! People would just get terrified. But they were like, I'm like this. And mind you, I was wearing blue jeans and a black shirt. It wasn't like I was trying to be like incognito or shit.
It's
and
reality that's scary.
So, after a few of the scares, one of the girls came in, oh my God, I think you're so cute doing what you're doing. And I'm like this, really? Making my voice deep. Yeah, I know. Scaring's my thing. And she goes, we should hang out. And I'm like this, cool. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do with you. And then, next thing you know, she comes out of nowhere. And let's just say she did not see me face to face. She immediately went for the waist. And I was like this, what do people see? And she's like this, so? And I'm like this, bet. Like,
Those are heroes. Is what they are. Those are heroes.
I'm gonna stand up and salute this young lady.
God
bless her.
I had no complaints. I literally was like this, okay. We literally went, as every drama core do, go to Denny's after, and she's there looking at me, and I'm there like
Perkins was our place.
respect, and then I'm there like eating my fucking double burger and shit. And she's there looking at me. I'm like this. You suck my dick. And everybody's there like this. Why is he so happy? Because in high school I was also known as somebody who had a temper. So I'm just there eating my burger with a big ass Chuck E. Cheese smile on my face like this.
Hey, listen, that's universal. As a guy, a full belly, empty ball sack. That's the right vibe.
The best. It is. You're right.
Yeah,
it is the best.
That's
it is the best feeling. And and I went back the next day on that same premise. I'm gonna get my dick sucked. I'm gonna get my dick sucked. I did not get my dick sucked the next day, but I got a handy. Was it dry? Yes, it was, but it was a handy nonetheless.
I got it. What haunted houses was there? That's awesome.
Certainly wasn't the JC.
God bless her.
South Florida is a different thing in its own environment.
The world is better because of women like that.
Yeah.
That's just a.
Yep.
I feel like I need to go on a road trip. Like, where was this at?
Exactly. What's the address? Google Maps.
Like it was fantastic, and if I could do it again, I would.
Yeah. Hey, so let me tell you a more PG story about little Joey Herschel growing up in Springville, Pennsylvania. Halloween. The thing was, you come home from school, there's some Campbell's beef stew on the stove because mom ain't going to cook because it's Halloween, and you're going out. You get in your costume. So me and my brother, Mike.
What was the costume? I'm sorry to interrupt. I need to know
Well,
this part
so
for flavor.
I was a zombie, and then
A ghost.
I was poor, so I would take the sheet and cut out the eye holes. You do what you got to do. I had friends over. My brother had a friend over. We went trick-or-treating around the neighborhood. It's a small little town up in northeast PA, so it was fall, right? It was just like your classic Halloween. The leaves are on the ground. There's a chill in the air.
Picturesque.
Yes, we
I
went
can
around.
see that.
Mm-hmm.
So Michael
And
Myers is there.
so one of the highlights was me and my buddy Tim started throwing apples at cars on a street, which was not cool.
No.
Joe and
Okay,
Tim, and you should not have done that. However,
I fucking hate kids like
wait,
you.
I gotta ask a question. Like, so you're throwing whole ass apples at cars, correct?
I'm not proud of this. But,
No,
But,
you
but
don't have- you
in the
should be
effort
ashamed.
to excise my past demons, yes, that did occur.
So, how are you still alive? Because had you thrown the apple at my car,
I'd have
I would have had your
fucking
fucking
murdered
neck.
you.
Like I would have had your neck in
Hey,
my hand.
I'll tell you this. I was driving down 39th Avenue one night, and some kids were out there, hit my truck with a fucking grapefruit or an orange or something. I slammed on the brakes. By the time I turned my truck around to run those little motherfuckers
go.
over, I couldn't have
Yes.
found them. They were
Yes.
gone. There was
Yes.
three of them,
Yes.
and they
Yes.
all went three different fucking directions. So
Back to
I
Joey.
can imagine.
That's what we were betting
So you
on.
were
And-
throwing
and-
apples.
Well, it might have happened. Like we threw like 2 or 3 apples.
Yeah.
Joey Herschel.
We hit nothing. But my brother had a friend over named Chris, and there was a little creek by the graveyard. Yes, an old school graveyard with like it was awesome. Looking back, it was like a movie. Anyway, there was a creek, and Chris decided he would jump over the creek onto the next side. Chris
Because
was
that's the
not
only way to
drunk.
make it out alive.
Chris was not drunk. Chris was like in 5th grade. Chris did not make it across. He made it directly into the creek.
How big of a jump are we talking?
Oh, way too big to think that you were ever going to get across.
So he wasn't just really bad. It wasn't like a foot. And
He
just
was a
tripped
little
because he was fucking stupid.
He was a little stupid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So and we just went
Either way,
around.
he was going in the creek.
And
The crick.
when I think back to like my best Halloween, I was probably like in 5th or 6th grade. That's gonna be the one.
Yeah, those times just I remember, putting a pillowcase on my bike and riding around the neighborhood and hitting every fucking house with my friends, and there wasn't a parent in sight. It was just riding around.
Freedom.
It was freedom.
And-
it was
and-
beautiful. It was the best.
And I remember throwing sticks in your spokes, you little fucks with sheets on your face.
First of all, I don't know how old that is, but it sounds fucking old
It
as
is.
shit.
Like pond fronds, fucking
Pond fronds, yeah.
Oh man, it was
Anybody
the
born-
best. And I mean, I lived up in Michigan when I was, 8, 9, 10 years old, and those were the times, and like Joe was saying, the there's something about it. The weather's changing, the leaves are on the ground.
It's like a Nathaniel Hawthorne
It's
novel.
fucking
It's like walking out this morning
Yeah.
and feeling that
Oh.
weather. You're like, fuck yeah, this
finally,
is great, dude.
Thank you,
I'm
God.
sorry, guys. I'm not. Here's a little TMI moment. Am I the only one who gets turned on by the cold weather? Like, I feel like I should.
Fuck no, man. I just want to
should-
take my clothes off.
Like,
and
I
lay
want to take my.
naked
I want
in
to take
the-
my clothes off and just have sex. And I just
I'm gonna
warm.
let the two of you do what you do. I'm out. I'll see you, Porchville. I'll see you.
Like, I'm sorry. The cold touch of my skin just makes you just want to pound some shit.
No. I'm done.
Are you sure?
I have checked out.
Are you
I
sure?
have checked out.
Are you sure? You don't like the
No,
the
dude,
warm?
y'all can do some sword fighting out here. I'm good.
You don't like feeling the
Dude,
the
I'm
cold,
watching.
crisp you don't like feeling the warm, cold air on your ass cheeks as you're pounding just.
All right, can I
Oh
tell you a
my
story about
goodness.
warm, cold air on my ass cheek? I don't even know what warm, cold air is, but all right.
It's like a hairdryer with a little.
It's pretty much like the cold air is hitting your ass cheek, but you're moving with the friction.
I read a book one time. I was gonna push past it.
Penthouse variation.
No. So this was I mentioned earlier wrestling. There's a professional wrestler called
First of all,
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan.
Daniel Bryan. He's popular.
Is
right?
he a newer?
He's kind of newer.
Nowadays.
No, he's actually retiring. This is his last year doing it.
What's
Man,
his,
he says that every year. So anyway, he wrote a book, and I read the
That's
book.
because he broke his neck.
He wrote a
but
book
he came
saying-
back. He came back. So he was saying in his book that he's a very spiritual guy, very into the earth, which is cool. Well, apparently there's a religion where you go and you are naked and you lift your legs and expose your asshole to
First
the
of all,
sun.
Oh my God!
That's
yes.
that's not a religion. That's Gwyneth Paltrow being a douche.
I've heard about that. I
Yes.
saw it on
So,
Facebook. It has to be true.
Like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was on Facebook
Well,
making its rounds.
I did it.
Dude,
I went in my
Thanos did
backyard.
it.
I went in my backyard and opened up the old brown hole.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
Black
did this.
hole sun.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Won't you come?
Shut the fuck up. Wait a minute.
So you pretty much
Shh.
bent over and just
Hang
let
on.
the
Hang
sun
on.
just-
Hang on.
Spread it.
Hang on.
Hitting the large intestine.
Now wait a second. Wait a second. Now
Yes.
set me the scene here. Now,
All right. So first of all, there's
I don't know.
nobody
Here's-
home.
no,
Hold on.
I
want
don't-
to see-
No,
wanna
no,
know
no,
the
no.
scene.
Quiet, or I'm going to turn off everybody's microphones.
Quiet on the set.
Shh.
So this is pretty simple. Like Lauren had the kids out at the grocery store or where the fuck ever. I don't know. I don't care. But I was home and I had just read this book and Daniel was going on in the book about how it just revitalized him. And I'm like, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna check it out. So I'm in the backyard. I'm in the backyard.
Quiet.
Pulled the shorts off and lifted it up and spreaded it. And I sat there for probably like 2 or 3 minutes and. That's enough for me.
Dude,
I was good.
I do have
Wait,
a
so it
serious
takes 2 or
question.
3 minutes to like revitalize yourself?
No.
I don't know, but I was sitting there and I realized, what if like one of my neighbors is like looking over my fence?
They probably were.
First of all,
What if there's a drone?
if I was your neighbor
what
and
am
saw
I
that,
doing?
I'm here thinking like this, I need to move.
Dude, your neighbor.
Like, my first thought, white people. I'm done.
White people.
I'm
White
done.
people.
I'm done.
That was definitely some white people bullshit.
Your
And-
neighbor had their P900 out, their Nikon, zooming into your brown star.
Now,
Man.
did you tell Lauren
No.
that you did this?
No,
So
and
Lauren
if she
has no
listens
idea.
to this podcast, this will be the first she learns of it. But babe, it's true. It's so true.
Dude,
So there
serious
you go.
question. Serious question.
Yeah.
What SPF did you use?
No, it was wide open.
So-
Just get up in there, Mr. Sunlight.
So what did
Okay.
what did it do for you?
Well, so this is kind of what I was leading to is after, and again, I only did this for like 2-3 minutes because I'm sitting there thinking, this is weird, this is weird, this is weird, this is weird for 3 minutes.
That's where you decided to stop after 3 minutes. Like
Or
cool.
whatever
3 minutes
it was.
is a long fucking time.
It is a long time.
to hold open your ass cheeks. Like,
To the
but-
sun.
Wait.
To the sun.
Hold on.
to the sun god Ra.
Hold on. I gotta stop this. 2 or 3 minutes, is too much
Ra's
for you.
like, "God
but you
damn."
ask your woman to hold up her butt cheeks when you want to do anal.
Listen,
I'm a feminist, by the way. Ladies, if you want me, I'm a
if you want him, go check out the haunted house he's in. So here's what's weird is I only had. And not, by the way, I had it open, like all the way. The sun was
Can
like,
you not look me in the eye when you say that? hey, I was taking a fucking drink. You looked me right in the eye. I almost spit everything. Jesus.
Was the
So
wind-
what's
Christ.
weird is like I felt, and this is gonna sound crazy. I felt like my inner stomach had a sunburn.
Dude, did it? If the wind was blowing, did it sound like an Aztec death whistle?
Yeah. So anyway, I lived that. I experienced that. Yes.
All right. So
All right, once again, I'm going to have to say I would watch that.
Oh, you fucking freak! I love you, Matthew. I know you're true about that too. That's what I love.
I wouldn't watch it, but I would like if I was your neighbor and I walked past and I saw you doing that. But just
Fucking white people.
no. Not
there goes that Joe guy.
It's just be like this. Are you, why?
Well, let me tell you about this wrestler. I read his book. Blah blah blah.
Like if you came up to the like we were talking like, oh yeah, by the way,
God.
I'm doing this new health thing. If you put your asshole up to the sunlight, it rejuvenizes you. I might just, you know what, rejuvenates me? Not talking to you. I'm going away. Like, don't ever talk to me. You know what?
That was not an option because I am myself, and therefore I talk to myself. And I have a fence in my backyard, so nobody can
Thank God.
really see. Unless like you're kind of
Like a fucking planetarium, and there's a black hole simulation going on.
yeah, and I'm sure.
Wait,
I just love how Carl says, "Thank God!" Like
I'm
he
not
was
doing this out in the open.
like the whole time you were telling the story. He's picturing it just a wide open backyard.
Wait, so
Yeah.
how do,
Maybe
wait,
a little chain link fence or something, you know,
So-
a couple bushes.
So
A
how
white picket fence.
So how do we feel about anal bleaching at this point?
cool for the chicks, not for guys with dicks.
Fucking Christ!
All right, guys. I feel like we went way
Too
far.
deep, way too deep.
I mean,
I thought we were talking about horror movies.
horror movies.
That is a horror movie.
Horror.
That is a horror movie for me. Like I'm walking my kids, and like next thing you know, my neighbors has his asshole right up to the sun.
Check out my colon.
He's like this. This is healthy. You should try it.
What was that fucking thing on Star Wars that in the desert?
I guarantee
The
you,
Sarlacc?
no, not related
It's like
to
a
this
fucking
at all.
Sarlacc pit in the fucking neighbor's yard. Fucking Boba Fett just
Oh my
he's gone.
God.
Oh boy.
CERN just opened up in fucking Joe's backyard.
Matt, tell me about Halloween when you were a kid. What did you do?
Yeah, what do
Please,
Bigfoot
nothing
do?
involving an asshole.
That is a really good transition.
What was
I like how that
what
works.
what were those fond Halloween memories for you?
Did you dress up like Bigfoot?
I did not actually. No.
Got cocaine, man?
No, I
I'm-
think my favorite Halloween costume was actually when I dressed up as Gene Simmons one year,
Fuck that guy.
and we
Gene Simmons?
Yeah, what the
He's
fuck?
the fucking worst.
I was
Also,
the
I just saw a
demon.
fucking double black thing walk around with no tail. Do you have a cat with no tail?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I thought I was losing my mind, and I was terrified.
I also have
for
a
second.
devil demon.
Once
black
again,
thing
this
with no
episode is
tail,
sponsored by
too, so-
Tito's.
It was walking by,
And
its
not
eyes
Gene
glared.
Simmons, apparently.
Fuck Gene Simmons and his stupid.
What did Gene Simmons
What are you
do to
gonna
you?
against Gene Simmons?
Yeah.
I hate everything he does. Like literally. Hi, I'm
For the record, I totally. Was
Yeah, the
thinking
motherfucker does
Richard-
whiteface.
I was
What are you talking
totally
about?
thinking Richard Simmons.
Richard Simmons.
oh
No,
dude, that
Gene
would have been awesome.
Gene
I would
Simmons
have
is
loved
a
it.
notorious dick. Like he always tries to promote his random.
You should do
Bullshit.
Richard Simmons.
Dude,
one
he's
year.
an-
You should.
Hey,
You should
I'm Gene Simmons. Do you
I
want to
think you're
give?
right.
maybe next year.
Yeah,
Plan ahead. Get some
Grow-
leg warmers.
grow
and
my
shit.
hair back out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Gene Simmons is the Alex Jones of rock and roll.
First of all,
Buy my vitamins. Buy my shit.
I got
Purified water.
I got a Gene Simmons story.
What's that?
Well, I don't want to throw away from your Halloween story. All right, but I will say Gene Simmons and Kiss, they sell caskets.
that's
Kiss
what I was saying.
caskets.
everything.
They really do.
Yeah, they're all about like getting cash
Yeah.
from dead people.
They said-
Which Dimebag Darrell from Pantera was shot and killed on stage, and they donated a casket, and he was a big Kiss fan, and that's cool. Hats off. But it's a little weird to sell your fans caskets. Matthew, back to you and your Halloween story. Thank you.
Wait.
All right,
before we
so
go
there
back
was a really cool there was a cool picture that my parents actually took, like because we lived next to a cornfield.
Does your
So
mom know
I
Gene
was
Simmons?
like pulling my way through the cornfield, and they took a picture of me, and it was pretty fucking badass. Like,
Did
just
you like to run
it
backwards?
looked like the demon.
Oh,
coming
so
out.
it was your Field of Dreams costume.
Yeah, basically.
That's pretty cool.
But it was also really cool because the
Children of the
face
Corn.
paint that I was wearing actually burnt my face. Like it burned.
Wow.
And
What the fuck?
and there was like the crush that I had at that time. She felt bad for me, so she made out with me.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What was her name?
Yeah. Sarah
Martha.
Moss.
Her name was
Sarah
Aunt Sandy.
Moss.
Yeah.
And
Sarah
you
Moss.
leave Aunt Sandy out of this.
Yeah.
We should look her up. Where is she now?
I have no idea.
She's
I bet she's fat.
I bet she.
I mean, the odds are
She's
let's-
probably had like 4 kids.
like
and-
3 different guys.
Matt's like, what do you mean she is? She was.
Nah, she was tall, slender, nice boobies.
boobies.
Boobies
Are
are so good.
And that explains
Wait,
the whole
Can
movies
we-
and horror movie thing
hey,
for
hey,
him.
Can we take a quick side note? So can we? So let's see. It's about 5, 6, 7, 6.
Tito's.
Tito's.
Once again, Tito's.
Dracula.
There's 5 guys here. So let's take a vote. Who here is all a boob guy?
Yo,
Hi.
Joe Herschel.
Yeah, I love titties.
I'm
I
down
love
with-
titties.
Yes,
Yeah.
Titty
yes.
man,
Yeah.
thick dude.
Titties.
All
Lord.
grown up, still
Unanimous.
fascinated by the
Unanimous.
movies.
Matt Lord.
Titties.
Titties, titties. Oh,
right.
your poor neighbor.
Is that going to be the name of this episode now? Is like the
No, I'm
titties
still going to
episode?
call it Devil's Night.
Oh, okay. Let's
Okay.
get back on the Devils.
Devils.
Well,
Okay,
but
Do you believe
before
in the
we do-
devil?
Let's talk.
Do you believe in the devil?
No, he doesn't.
I don't.
I gotta ask.
But here's the thing.
Do you believe? No. Do you believe? Do you believe in like just like
Anything. No.
demons and the devil and
I,
evil?
I believe in something.
Yeah.
I believe in something. Here's the thing. I'm gonna tell you a story. In this, it's a good. or
Why'd you
bad-
smack your lips when you said that?
I'm gonna smack you.
Oh.
I love how y'all grab each other's boobs. You guys listening
grab
to the
his boobs,
podcast cannot see that.
I didn't
But
grab
the
his
rest
boobs.
of us are sitting here
Somebody's
watching.
getting
men's-
lucky
Yes.
tonight.
I took off my
Titties.
I took off my goddamn jacket. was gonna tell
I
you a
knew you
story.
guys were best friends, but I didn't realize it was, titty
Oh,
rubbing.
Hey.
No,
He's
no,
not
no.
my Aunt Carol, okay?
Okay. All
So,
right.
so Carl, do you believe in demons and the devil?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, I do.
I don't, but I believe in spirits.
Well,
It's
yeah,
a-
because I've told you before I've had experiences. And,
Oh yeah, bitch, it's not just you.
So you believe in spirits, but you don't believe in like
I don't
the
believe in
demonic,
No,
good,
because-
God, evil,
Nope.
demon,
Because
Satan.
once again, I'm a very firm believer of once you pass, your energy goes into another form, whether it be either a next form of spiritual energy or just regular energy. You
Yeah.
might be reincarnated or some shit like that. It's a weird thing. So, whenever something happens, whenever I have a dream or whenever I feel like something is wrong, I just feel like that's another form of somebody's energy just laying around.
I have to throw a flag on this plate. That is way too deep and complex.
But here's the thing.
I'm still on titties. Like what is going on
I'm
here?
gonna explain what I mean. So, my brother, someone who I looked up to, passed away a couple years ago, like when I was like 16, 17. And it's
sorry,
it's okay. No, don't be sorry. It was his time, but I didn't get to say goodbye. I had a dream, a very vivid dream where he showed up and me and him talked, and we had our goodbyes. And he said, "All right, I'm gonna go," and he left. Fair. I believe in that type of energy.
Are you trying to make me cry?
So
Because
No,
you
but
don't
I'm gonna
think
give
that
you
I
a
will
negative.
cry.
I'm gonna give you
I
a
will
negative.
cry.
I'm gonna give you a negative one.
hold on. So my friend Andrew passed away in a car accident.
My brother did the same.
2001, and the last time I saw him was it was at Halloween Horror Nights, 2001. So it was a couple weeks right before he passed away. And when we were leaving, I said, "Hey, I'm going to come over there." And I hadn't seen him in a while, so I said, "I'm going to come over to where you're at, and we'll hang out a little bit more, bullshit, and then we'll go about our merry way." He said, "All right, cool, I'll see you over there." So I go to my car, and he goes to his. I had never been to Universal before. I didn't know that there was not any chance of driving my car over to where he was. It didn't work that way. Once you got in your car, you got the fuck out. That was it.
Yeah.
So I said, "Oh, wow, shit, that's the way it is." So I pull out, and I'm waiting to pull off into traffic, and he drives in front of me. And I see him. It was almost like slow motion. Never forget that. And I go, "Oh, shit, I never got to say goodbye." Well, he died a couple weeks later in a car accident. And that resonated in my head. I never got to say goodbye. A lot. And I had this recurring dream at the time. I'd had it 3 or 4 times. I was a cop. I was chasing a bad guy. And I come through this neighborhood, and it's this perfect, like, tree line, perfect everything, cookie cutter, everything's the same kind of neighborhood. We go through the neighborhood, get out the other side, and there's like this big basin where, it's all these trees up here. And we see the bad guy down there in the center, and we run down the hill, and we catch the bad guy. And I had this dream like 3 or 4 times. And then Andrew died. And that I never got to say goodbye. It just kept pounding in my fucking head. And one night I had the dream. And I came up into the tree-lined neighborhood where everything looked the same. And if you know anything about recurring dreams, that's exactly what they are. They're recurring. They never change. And then it changed. And then there was Andrew's car sitting in the driveway. And the trunk was up. And I walked up to the car, and he comes walking out. He's carrying something. He puts it in the trunk of the car, and he looks at me, and he goes, "I just wanted to say goodbye." He stuck his hand out, and I shook his hand. I said, "All right, brother, I'll see you soon." And that was it. And then we went back about the dream. I went through the neighborhood, and we ran down there, and we captured the bad guy. But for that one moment, that recurring dream, and I'll never forget that. Like, to me, that was
That's
as
No, that's the
close
thing.
to the other
That's the other
side
Yeah.
that
And-
I've ever bet.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, that helped me get over his death because I got my goodbye.
Yeah.
You know, once again, I believe in that energy is not gone.
Yeah.
It's just in a
Oh,
different
for
form.
sure, for sure.
It's a different form.
100%.
So, but here's
Right.
the thing. That's a good energy. That's an energy I cherish to this fucking day. I told this story 1,000 times, and I'll tell it 1,000 more if I have
Yeah.
to. But that doesn't say that there's good energy and you got your bad energy.
Yeah.
Some people are just so vindictive and fucking hateful. They just can't leave that level.
Right.
Or our level, where we're at now, that physical level of being. They have to use your residual hate to move you forward. That's why there are such things. I don't believe in ghosts, once again, but that negative energy lingers.
No,
So where if you're in a weird haunted house, that bad vibe, it's a vibe. It's a vibe. If you're around a haunted house and some horrible or horrific shit happen, you have that vibe with you. It's there. And if you're in but once again, if you're in that bad vibe going in, that vibe is going to take you coming out, and it's going to walk with you. And that's just for everybody, not one special white girl. Oh my God, that demon's following me. No,
Well,
no,
it-
it is literally, it's going to follow anybody.
And it's not just for humans; it's for animals as well. Like
You're speaking facts.
Yes, yeah. The dogs in particular will be able to pick up on stuff that we, for whatever reason, maybe cannot. So
Dogs and cats. Cats
My
cats
cat,
tend to be a little inquisitive about it,
My
whereas
baby-
dogs tend to be scared and bark and they alert and stuff like that. But cats tend to just sort of like
they pick up on that
stare at it. But yeah,
My-
animals are very intuitive like
my
that.
cat, he literally runs around, and if something, I've seen him countless times go, I might just, all right, cool, let's move from this part.
Yeah,
and
you
go
might
over
want to
here.
move, man.
That's a factor. So once again, I don't believe in the devil. I don't believe in the God or the God. I don't believe in God or anything. I just believe in the energy.
See, I do believe in God, and I'll tell you why. I feel that, in my opinion, so at the beginning of recorded history, you had civilizations throughout the earth who did not know about one another, who did not have communication with one another, yet they all had a lot of the same concepts. Like, there apparently was a great flood. There apparently is an afterlife. Where you go when you die apparently is determined by how you act here on this plane of existence, here on planet Earth. And to me, I look back at recorded human history, and I always marvel at the arrogance of mankind. Oh, we are the center of the universe. So
Yeah.
our world is flat. Things that we knew that. Our scientists, our top minds knew that was accepted fact. But when you see so many different civilizations who again did not have communication, did not know about one another, but they all kind of have these same basic tenets of afterlife, of a good place, heaven, hell, all of that, of a gods. It kind of like, I'm not.
It makes sense.
It's kind of like, okay, there's something here.
But is it okay?
Some
This
people
is-
say aliens.
Some people do say aliens, like that guy with the cool hair on Channel 47.
Here's
says
me.
it.
Here's me not trying to sound like a dick. It's a collective mindset. We all want to go to a better place when we die because we don't know what's next. It's a fact. We don't want to believe that we're going to heaven, or we all want to believe that there's a heaven.
You know what? I think what it really is I think that people deep down are just scared of one
Exactly.
day it just shuts off.
It shuts off, and I come to that realization.
I think
of
that
counter,
that could be a factor.
and I've literally thought about it. I had existential dread where I'm there thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna die." Oh, fuck, what's next?
What I'll say to that is, you were just saying 3 minutes ago about this energy that stays.
I'm
So
going to.
if an energy of a particularly horrible event occurs, or conversely a particularly positive event, doesn't energy in itself remain?
Yes, but
Yeah.
energy always transfer. So
Sure. Yeah.
So like that's what I'm saying. Like so that energy, like say like it was a horrible one, right? This is going to go back to karma, how you lived your past life and how you might live your future. If you did good in your current life or previous life, karma treats you well, right? Or if you do anything good, yeah, right.
Theoretically.
Ooh, I like that one. Theoretically, but you know what? You always have another lifetime to try to improve. So that negative energy can be positive.
I guess.
It's a weird thing, and I feel like if I go too deep, we might go way past the
I'm
subject.
sorry.
Listen,
For what I've been through in the last 2 months,
Yeah.
I
Carl,
don't believe in karma anymore.
Carl, you have karma coming to you. Karma comes when it needs to.
And
You're thinking
I know
too
I've
bad.
been quiet for a minute, but we need to quit talking about death for just.
Hey, let's take a shot at Johnny Walker.
Let's
Let's take a shot at Johnny Walker. We need to honor somebody.
I will do a shot of Johnny Walker.
I totally
We're going to take a shot at Johnny Walker to honor someone.
No,
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
I need to get this out, and I totally respect what you said about not being able to say goodbye.
Yeah.
So let's take the shot in honor. Wait, do I?
But if you got something to say, I want to hear what you got to say. I want to hear what's in your heart. And we are all friends here. Like, we just met each other, but, like, let it out.
Do you want me to get the first
Well,
one? Okay, chill.
yeah.
No.
No. I'm gonna get the first part out, and he can finish it.
Okay.
Because Carl, a few years ago lost his father.
Mm-hmm.
So he saw his father pass away. Unfortunately, it's a very tough subject. I myself want to apologize because we got a little carried away, and I got carried away with my belief because it's one of those things where I'm passionate, not passionate, or there's a very few chance I could speak freely about it. Carl, for the past almost 5 years that I've known him, we've taken a shot of Johnny Walker Black Label because that was his father's drink, and we're going to honor his father by tonight. And it's usually around this time. So this is...
Well, let's do that.
So this is in the honor of his father. And Carl, please speak on your father because you knew him better than...
Tell me about your old man, Carl.
I was lucky enough to say goodbye.
Well, tell me about him.
What
did he do?
What did
we don't need to just talk about it. We don't need to just talk about his death. What did he do with his life?
What didn't he do?
What did he love to do?
He basically taught me everything I know.
What did he love to do?
Everybody asks me, like, how do I do what I do? How do I know everything? And how do I... It's because my dad taught me to figure that shit out, you know? My dad he was in the Air Force. He was a jet and helicopter mechanic. Later became a car salesman. He found his little niche.
Yeah.
And that's what he did until he retired.
What was your dad's name?
Charlie. Yeah, so...
Charlie Oliver?
Yeah, Charlie Oliver. Charles Oliver. He was a good man. He worked his ass off. That's where I get my work ethic from. And sometimes my work ethic interferes with my personal life.
Yeah.
And it did the same. I didn't see my dad a lot because he was always working.
Yeah. But you know what?
He took care of the family.
That's the thing,
Yeah,
though. That's a different generation.
And I've had problems in the past with, like, especially with my ex-fiance.
Yeah.
And I did say ex-fiance this time.
Did.
You proud of me?
He clarified it.
Here.
It was definitely
where
the ex.
it's like, hey, I worked my ass off because I work full time and I run my own business, making knives and stuff. Yeah.
For
that,
Laura's sake, he
where
runs his own hobby.
It helps the family out, and I get told that I'm selfish because I'm constantly working, but that's the way I learn things. But my dad lived a good life. He had a troubled life. He had issues like everybody else does, but I hold him in high regard. Anytime I ever finished a knife, he was the first one I went to.
Yeah.
He lived down the road from me. I'd finish a knife, and thanks, bro. And I would take it to him before I even showed my girlfriend or whatever. I went and showed. He was the first person that ever saw the knife being complete, and that's why if you ever get a picture of a knife that I haven't given to a client yet, you got to hold that in high regards because that's a special place. And
That's awesome.
and I promised him because he had lung cancer. He died from complications to lung cancer and different cancers. And so I promised him one day when we were talking. He said, "Never give up. You're doing great. You know, you're successful. You're creative." And he just lifted me up on high, man, and told me, "Don't ever give up." And I promised him on, that Dad, I'm never gonna stop doing what makes me happy, and I'll always do it for you. And so to this day, every time, that's what puts stress on me because every time running a knife business and working full time and being a dad and trying to be a dad and trying to find, you're almost at 50, trying to find your place in life is hard.
I just want to interject and say it is not a knife business. It is a hobby.
Yeah, it's a hobby. It's a passion. Okay, and my dad made that a passion to me.
Yeah.
He like out of my life trying to find what I was good at. This is one thing I'm good at, and I bust my ass to do it. And every time I think about quitting, because there was a lot of stress in it, I think of my dad and what I promised him. And the day my dad passed away, I was lucky enough he waited for me to come to the hospital, and I was when they pulled the plug and took his ventilator off, I was the last person he looked at. And saying goodbye there's a certain closure to it, but seeing that visual of my dad and his dead eyes looking at me, because he didn't shut his eyes, he just looked at me, and I was the last person, because I was the last person to get to the hospital, because I was out having one of the greatest days of my life with a friend. And so saying goodbye is not always the greatest, but I'm lucky to been able to say goodbye.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And in
itself.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard because every so often that just plays back in my head.
Well, thank you
But
for sharing that.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry to bring it down.
No, you didn't bring nothing down. You didn't bring nothing down.
Look, we're gonna take this toast.
Hey
right
man,
now.
hey.
That's what it's about.
Hey, listen. In all honesty, it's stuff like that. That's what this whole thing is about.
Amen.
That's what this Porchville thing is all about. Is telling stories like that.
This
So
one's for Charlie.
here's to Charles Oliver.
Thanks, man.
Charles Oliver. And once again, thank
Drink
you
them
guys.
down, boys.
So let's get into spooky shit. Let's talk about some realistic shit.
Oh, realistic shit. I got
That was
shit.
good. That was good.
Let's get into modern day.
Well, we can't get too far because we are
Out of time.
we're reaching the end.
Okay. Okay, cool. I have fun horror stories we could do real quick.
You got horror stories we can do real quick. Well, what kind of horror stories?
Not horror stories.
Yeah, I can do horror stories.
Or both.
Horror stories or horror stories?
Fuck, that fucked me up real quick. That really did. I'm like, wait a minute. Let's process. We can do horror stories, scary, spooky stories. So, fun fact. One time, it was the weirdest, literally the weirdest part of my teenage years. A lot of shit happened then. We always heard about, like, especially living down in South Florida, Hialeah, 305, KKK.
305.
We always heard about the Devil's Bridge or the Devil's Underpass. Pretty much where
Pash.
if you go under
Tito's.
75, if you go over 75, there's this little hatch where you go under there, and there's nothing but satanic writing and everything.
Okay.
Terrifying. You're like, oh, that's nothing. You go up there, and there's a whole fucking different story. I went there with my friend, and it was just me and him, a fucking Cuban named Carlos. We go up there, we're like, this ain't shit. We could do this. Mind you, we're 15, thinking we're king shits of shit mountain. We go up
Those
there.
are the best times.
Yep.
Believing you were the shit when you were 15.
We go up there and we're like, oh, it's not so bad. We go under the fucking bridge because it was a fucking hatch. And we're literally crawling for fucking almost 15 feet through 666, spray painting, sailing, and all this stuff. And I guess it literally had our minds running wild because we're thinking we're going to fucking die up here because cars are literally running.
You can hear them.
Over us.
Yeah.
Over us. And it's all going to be, we're good. Duck, duck.
We distinct sound.
I'm getting
right there.
claustrophobic just fucking thinking about it.
And no, you're right, because as we kept going deeper into it, it got smaller because that hatch is only for maintenance and maintenance only. And we get smaller and smaller, and we're duck. And I shit you not, I kicked my friend in the fucking face. You're like, this dude, we gotta fucking get the fuck out of here. And he's calm down. I'm like, no, I'm not doing this shit. And I'm not claustrophobic by any means necessary. But that shit and all that writing and the vibe just fucked me up. And he's there like this, you kick me in my fucking face, I'll do it again, motherfucker. Hands down, worst shit I ever dealt with.
At the fear of the unknown is worse than like the fear of the dark, you know.
Iron Maiden, Fear of the Dark.
So one thing I want to do.
I saw them at Rockville. Badass.
Oh, I love Iron Maiden.
One thing
And
I want to do.
Rockville.
And Rockville. God, Rockville.
Fucking Rockville.
One thing I want to do is I've got these. I love these things. They're called 2-sentence horror stories.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard about these?
Nope.
Yes, actually,
I love them.
You've been on Reddit.
Oh,
So-
you bet on Reddit.
No. So I'm
Always bet on Reddit.
gonna read a few, and I want to get y'all's reaction. These 2-sentence horror stories.
Let's go.
All right. There was a picture in my phone of me sleeping. I live alone.
Midnight drunk selfie. Sponsored by Tito's.
All right.
Tito's.
Tito's Vodka, if you're not with us.
My sister says that mommy killed her. Mommy says that I don't have a sister.
That's on your Pornhub search engine.
All right.
That's a really weird Pornhub story.
All right, wait. This is a good one. You hear your mom calling you into the kitchen. As you are heading down the stairs, you hear a whisper from the closet saying, "Don't go down there, honey. I heard it too."
Fuck that. Fuck that. Hell
Fuck
no.
all that.
Fuck that. No.
I'ma burn the house down.
I got one in memory. Okay. All right.
Okay. Good, because I got a fucking good one here.
All right, go ahead, Carl.
You're outside and you hear Chris Cornell say "Black Hole Sun," and then you realize,
Won't you come?
and then you realize it's just Joe sunning his asshole.
God damn it. I'll drink to that.
Truly terrifying. All right. You ready? I got a good one. You ready?
That was a good one, Carl. Good job on that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, here you go. The last thing I saw was my alarm clock flashing 12:07 before she pushed her long, rotting nails through my chest, her other hand muffling my screams. I sat bolt upright, relieved it was only a dream. But as I saw my alarm clock read 12:06, I heard the closet door creak open.
And that's from Reed. Reed has some issues.
Is that dude? The fucking
if
sleep
you know
paralysis stuff.
that old hag is like the Hat Man
Yeah.
and the old hag. Like she sits on your shits. Cleveland Steamer. No,
Some guys will pay good money for that.
That's also called a Carl. But no, sitting on. He said he had sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
And then he dreamt of the old hag.
Yep.
He has something he has to deal with. You know.
probably
Because that's
he's genuinely like terrified of that.
oh yeah
You know,
I
talking
heard
to
it in
him
his
about
voice.
It's
You know,
wild.
I
It's
definitely
wild.
want to sit down and talk to him with it. You know about it. Make him a dagger or something.
Yeah. All right. Well, here's another. I think this is going to be probably the best one so far. I can't move, breathe, speak, or hear. And it's so dark all the time. If I knew it would be this lonely, I would have been cremated instead.
That's why I'm getting cremated. Yeah, fuck that shit.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Actually, that's not a problem.
That's terrifying. Fuck that. That's terrifying.
Landmine has taken my arms, taken my soul, taken my hair, left me with life in hell.
Metallica.
Yeah. Darkness imprisoning me. All that I see, I can believe. Absolute horror. Johnny Got His Gun. That's an anti-war novel about a soldier who was.
I just got goosebumps all over
That
my
well, that
body.
song's called One, right?
Yeah, it's called
Yeah,
The One.
yep.
And it's based off a novel called Johnny Got His Gun. It's an anti-war thing that came out in the early 70s about this soldier who was
Ooh, I got one.
severely wounded and was paralyzed, but his mind was still alive and he was praying for death.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's shit's
that's
deep.
Well,
uplifting.
yeah.
That's uplifting.
Well, actually, this next one sort of goes along with that. After struggling desperately to move any part of his paralytic body just to alert the doctors that he was conscious before they made the first incision, he was relieved to see that one of the nurses had noticed his pupils dilating from the bright light. She leaned in close in a whisper that tickled his ear and said, "You think we don't know you're awake?"
What the fuck,
That's
man?
scary shit right there. Yeah.
Fuck.
all right.
Yeah, and that was his vasectomy.
Oh, hey, have
wait,
y'all
wait,
been
wait.
clipped?
No.
'Cause- Oh yeah. Let me tell you,
Yes.
that shit is a horror movie.
Yeah.
They like strap your legs up and they fuck. Yeah, it's
Like you're
Wait,
bleaching
wait.
your asshole. I mean, holding your asshole to the sun.
I just laid
Wait,
there.
wait,
I
wait,
just
wait,
laid
wait.
there. They just did the thing. They didn't strap me up to
I was
nothing.
terrified, and they were like, the doctor was like, "Mr. Herschel, if your testicles do not come out, then we will have to reschedule." And I'm like, and this girl came in and started rubbing it with hot water, and the balls came out of my socket, and it was weird.
What the fuck? What?
Yeah,
Damn.
it was weird.
That sounds like a
I
hostile.
don't know what just happened. I don't know.
Hey.
Are you sure you went to the right place?
I paid $20, and the
you
guy's
hear-
name was Dr. Nick, and he said, "Hey, everybody."
Did you hear about those guys in Oregon who were like, they were doing like the eunuch? Eunuch,
No.
like they were advertising if you wanted to become a eunuch, you can come to us. And
Fuck
what they
no.
were doing, they were cannibals, and
Fuck
they were
no.
making dick and ball sausage.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Where did this happen?
In fucking Oregon, dude.
Listen,
Okay, guys.
Dude, I will
listen.
send you the fucking article.
You're gonna have to, because I'm gonna have to fact check that. Jesus.
Oh, what are you, Joe Rogan? Fuck you, bro.
Hey, let me tell you something. If you're selling me some ball and dick sausage, I'm gonna take a bite.
Dude, hey.
I'm gonna take a bite.
Okay,
I'm gonna
wait,
see
No,
what's
I
up.
wanna make sure.
Hold up.
A little bit of mustard on it. Come on.
Mustard.
Once again, I'm actually gonna have to say I would
see.
totally watch that.
You know what? I second that. I will definitely watch you eat human ballsack. Sausage. I'm sorry.
So we're almost out of time, but I'm gonna read this to you. My daughter won't stop crying and screaming in the middle of the night. I visit her grave and ask her to stop, but it doesn't help.
Fuck you, Nick.
Wait.
That's what I have to say to you.
I can
Fuck.
Ladies and
Stop
gentlemen,
that.
boys and girls,
No.
PorchvillePodcast.com. Porchville and Porchville Pod.
Oh yeah!
This has been the Devil's Night episode. Come back for next week where we talk about, we're going to talk
Cleanse
about
my
all the
soul.
post-election day shit. So let us know what we think about it and where we are in the world. We'll do our best to sort through the bullshit. Take care of your mental health. We love you. Bye-bye.
You push me into the deep. I'll never see you again. And as I fall to my knees, you are my
to say.